That's fine.
You looking right, you do your thing, I know you got it, girl.
Okay.
They see it like they go insane, they wanna stop it. The way we move them out, the way we out of pocket, girl. We out in Houston, I'm ballin' like I'm a rocket, yeah. Let's hit the city tonight and let's get it poppin', girl. If you wanna get it tonight, then we goin' shopping, yeah. If I wanna get it, I cop it soon as they drop it, girl. As soon as they drop it.
Girl, you got me in the zone, you got me in the zone with you.
All I wanna do is get along with you. Let's get on, girl, I wanna go home with you. All I wanna do is get along with you. I guess I'ma need you to give me a minute. I guess I'ma need you to let me just hit it a minute. You sexy, I'm getting up in it. I needed a wife in my life, I'ma live it a minute. You pretty, I get it, so I'ma give in to my feelings. I'm feeling it, I'ma admit it. I gotta give it 150%, I'ma give it cause I've been committed. So I'ma just get it and call it a day. Been with the women and all of them pay. Feeling the different is all I'ma say. It's silly, I really be calling you bae. Ayy, ayy, I get it, they really be all in the way. Ayy, bae, tonight I'ma hit it and girl I'ma stay. It's your vibe and it's your style and I get so high when I see you smile. Let you ride me for a mile cause you be driving me so wild. And you know I be on the prowl, but you know how to calm me down. And you know I'ma be around cause you know I be in your town. Forget that clown, hit me now and I'm out, baby, I be on the way. She said promise me you coming, she said promise me don't play. I said nah, let's leave the day, let's go fly Montego Bay. So rockin' Sprite on a private flight, everything on me, girl, we gon' pay. Yeah, we gon' pay, yeah, everything on me, yeah. I'ma send you a card, yeah, yeah. Let's book a flight, let's get your plane out to the tropics. You looking right, you do your thing, I know you got it, girl. They see it like they go insane, they wanna stop it. The way we move them out, the way we out of pocket, girl. We out in Houston, I'm ballin' like I'm a rocket, yeah. Let's hit the city tonight and let's get it poppin', girl. If you wanna get it tonight, then we goin' shopping, yeah. If I wanna get it, I cop it soon as they drop it, girl. As soon as they drop it.
Girl, you got me in the zone, you got me in the zone with you.
All I wanna do is get along with you. Let's get on, girl, I wanna go home with you. All I wanna do is get along with you. I really don't need you to tell me you love me. I really just need you to tell me you want me. I really just need you to creep and just sit on the beach in the heat where it's sunny. He wanted the money, they wanted my honey, they wanted it from me. But they ain't getting mine, they wanted the dime, I wanted the 20. Ain't it funny when I say let's leave, I'm sure that she gon' come. We acting up, she got me cracking up, my shorty, she so fun. Rises up, let's pack a bag and hit the shore and beach for once. And since I can't stop thinking about her, then I'm sure that she the one.
You got me in the zone with you.
All I wanna do is get along with you. Let's get on, girl, I wanna go home with you. All I wanna do is get along with you.
Yeah. I can stop it, I'm getting break now. Yeah. He getting dead now. Do what I said now. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Full. I can't stop it, I'm getting it, I'm on the top of my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now. On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished, I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm prepared now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas is scared now. My man, he got cough and he left his family stalking because he's scamming, he wanted the boss to let it run. He had planned the destruction, they had to plan to go boss him, and now they jamming him up and he in the face now. I'ma make it, I knew it, I heard you say I would lose it, and now you say what I do and do what I said now. You see me making the move and it's just like making the movie. See, we don't play when we move and just keep your heads down. I was broke, now you see me, I'm on the boat with a skeezy, I'm on the ocean and see we out in Boca Raton. I see you broken, you bleeding, I know you know it's my season. It gotta hurt when you see me cause you know that we home. I can't stop it, I'm getting it, I'm on the top of my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now. On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished, I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm prepared now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas escape.
I was going through some other shit. Depression got me struggling. PCs after PC, they be here, fell in love with it. This beat, I got a bug on it. Y'all think I have fun with it. I ain't never had no other options but to celebrate. Throwing bombs, I got my back against the wall. I'm at the top and I ain't never try to fall. Boy, I'm the shit, I'm disrespecting niggas' jaws. If it's static, we them niggas that they call. I'm at the top of my niggas, came from the bottom. We didn't got your little bitch, she be tripping, there ain't no way. Now I'll cop a bottle and switches, roll up a ball with my niggas. Look at my neck, it be tripping, they like no way. Oh.
I can't stop it, I'm getting it, I'm on the top with my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now. On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished, I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm perplexed now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas escape now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and daddies, uncles and aunts, welcome to the 12th episode of the DJ Focus Podcast Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Let's hear it for that. We are back once again for some high-level conversation. Who ready for the high-level conversation? You know that's what we into. You know that's what we do. All positive, all good. We trying to change some lives, change some minds, and make sure that you leave here educated at the end of this. We don't like all of the fluff, you heard? So, with that being said, I want to introduce y'all today. Well, first of all, let's get some of the shameless plugging out the way. Make sure that y'all understand that we giving out a cash app for the 100th comment, 200th comment, 300th comment. We're going to make sure that y'all get paid for listening in to the DJ Focus Podcast. You get prizes over here, okay? You like that one?
Yeah,
all right.
I wish I would have known that on episode 11.
I know. I tell you, I don't care if you argue with your baby mama in the comments. Just make sure that whatever you do, you go ahead and comment. And if you're watching the video, make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you show us some love. We need to trick the algorithm into making us number one. All right. So make sure you hit that up. And if you want to donate to the DJ Focus Podcast, it's the Real DJ Focus on Venmo and on Cash App. The Real DJ Focus. You can donate to the podcast so that we can make sure that we keep on making it better for you and for y'all and for us and for everyone. Right. Okay, with that being said, I want to introduce y'all to my esteemed panel who I'm very excited about tonight. I ain't even going to lie. Our special guest to the right of me, Miss Sweetheart. I need your name, your occupation, relationship status if you choose, in social media.
Well, those of you that are watching probably already know who I am. So without too much introduction, I am Coach Lee. I am a hypergamous dating and business strategist. I help single ladies meet established men and build their business with his wallet.
Ooh.
You can catch me everywhere at Sweet to Elite. And make sure you tap into it. This is going to be a good show.
Oh, my God. I can't wait.
This is going to be good.
Did you hear that shit?
Time out.
Dude, he clapping for that.
I don't think she gave her relationship status.
Then she got that.
My relationship status is very happy, very kept, very content.
Oh, I know that's right.
I ignored that.
Yeah, there's no way. No, everybody knows that I'm in a relationship because
I don't know that.
if it wasn't for my relationship, I probably wouldn't be on the couch. But we'll get into that soon.
Oh, we gonna get into that.
Build your business. With his wallet.
Ooh,
Big John.
That's gangster.
I like it. Build your business, ladies. You better listen to that. You better listen to that right there. Okay, Coach Lee, I like it.
Thank
and you gave him your social media. Absolutely.
Yeah, everywhere. Sweet to Elite. SWEET 2 Elite ELITE that way.
And for those who are laymen out there, you say you're a hypergamous dating strategist.
Yes.
What's hypergamy for those who don't know?
So for those of you that don't know what hypergamy is very uncommon in the U.S., but every other culture, almost in every other country, almost dates hypergamously. It is when you have a man who can hunt, fish, and build a house.
Oh, okay. you know, I was known back in the day.
I used to do construction.
I got my fishing license back in '96. All right. Okay, all right. So when women date up, hypergamy, I like it. All right, and to the right of your right, the man, we don't even got to introduce him. He here every week, but we going to let him introduce himself anyway.
Yeah, you guys know who I am. Professor Bars, Hip Hop's formula. Pen plus pad plus mic equals MC squared. Y'all can see my battles on YouTube. Shout out to the DJ Focus podcast. I'm looking forward to a great discussion this week.
All right, I like it. Occupation, relationship status?
Right. Oh yeah. It's like I gotta relearn me every week, right? All right. Battle rapper, podcaster, 9-to-5 job holder. It's the occupation pretty much. Let's see. Relationship status, been with my girl for a very long time. 2009. And what was the last one?
That was it. You answered the question. I be trying to get
I thought it was
everybody.
3. Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Listen, you can plead the fifth. We have 37% of our guests plead the fifth on relationship status. I don't know how it works out for them when they get home, but
It doesn't.
they choose to plead the fifth. All right. And next to you, we got the one and only name, occupation, relationship status, social media.
That's a lot. My name, Shaquille. My name is Shaquille. My Instagram is Bucks21. That's with a Z. Bucks21 with a Z. I also have my business page, which is Renaissance of Rebels. My business page is it consists of everything I do. My business name is Renaissance of Rebels. So if you get a chance to check it out, I know it's kind of hard and long to spell, but just type in Renaissance and then type in and then type in Rebels, and now they come up to my business page. But I've been around Jersey for all my life, basically. I've been doing events out there for the community. That's how I started Renaissance of Rebels. Basically, it's like you start off as a rebel, which predicted in the life to be like a bad guy. We we run around, do bad things, and we don't got no guidance, no sense. So then Renaissance is rebirth. So as you get older, you want to change yourself from a rebel and become a Renaissance man, which is a new person.
I like it.
Different, yeah. You want to change yourself. So that's what that comes from. So it's Renaissance of Rebels. And when you see my logo, it has like 2 R's and it has a hand with the world, and the hand is reaching out to the other R. So the one R is with a hand and the other R is with a hand, and it's reaching out saying, we're coming together, we accept you, we changing. My
we gotta get that up during
That's
during intermission, and make sure that we let the people see that. But go ahead.
Cool. My slogan is "It's never too late for a new beginning," and it really not. You can change whenever you want to, at whatever age you like to. Some people say it's too late for me. No, it's not. You can always change, because just like you could become a millionaire when you're 60, why can't you change you as a person when you get 60? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't think you're stuck. You're never stuck. You're never stuck.
All right,
I
so
like
now the ladies are
it.
watching.
You're
Now the
never
ladies
stuck.
are tapped in into this.
Oh,
So what's
that's
the
right.
relationship status, friend?
Oh, she's nasty for that.
Yeah, you can't spit all that and then skip the relationship. We want to
You
know.
see how you trying to sneak past that, Coach Lee? I ain't like it.
That's crazy.
We ain't let that one slide.
I'm 100% single. 100% single. It's
Single
just-
and ready to mingle.
Nah, yeah. I'm really just like like I said, I'm out here on business. That's why I came to PA. Like that's how I met Focus. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here right now. I met Focus on the same type of time, and I'm on. We straight go getters. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Anything
facts.
we see, we trying to conquer it. Like,
That's facts.
we doing a lot out
Appreciate
here
that.
right now. We both trying to take over. I heard what you said. I really aspired by that too as well. I haven't heard much about what you're doing, but if you're here, you must be something. I want to go over there with Justine. Justine definitely out here. I met her too at a club. She went to go do her rapping and stuff like that. I seen her. We exchanged grams and stuff like that. Invited to one of my parties. She came. You know what I mean? Show love. I was definitely ecstatic by that. And we've been doing business ever since. You know what I'm saying? And bro, right here, he played in one of my tournaments out here. I do basketball tournaments as well. And he played in it. He got a little interview on my page and everything. And everybody in here is all about business, and that's why I need to be around. And that's what I'm out here for right now.
That's why I love this brother right here. He is driven. Snap for that.
Yeah,
Snap for that
celebration
intro
from the
right there.
sofa. I like
that's
it.
Every time Bucks come to me, he got another venture. I need you to do my boat cruise fashion show. Listen, focus. I need you to DJ my community basketball tournament.
I love it.
I'm having a food drive. He always hit me, and I love the name Renaissance to Rebels to Renaissance. That you know, a good name is better than gold. That's what the Bible said.
yes.
Good name is better than gold. And a lot of people be coming up here, 2 guns and 3 bullets.com. You know what I'm saying? So to have somebody with a thought-provoked name, you know what I'm saying, that's positive and peaceful, that's what I like. DJ Focus Podcast, we all about positivity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our introduction. All right. Oh, we clapping. We snapping for the introductions. All right, we're going to get to the juice. We're going to get to the meat and potatoes. This is what people's here for. Listen, season 1 of the DJ Focus Podcast is going to be available on Spotify, on Apple Music, on everything next week. So you'll be able to have all of our season 1, guests, I should say, all in one place, and you'll be able to listen to it and enjoy it. And yeah, we trying to blow up, right? And we also starting a new page. Look for it. It's called DJ Focus Podcast Shorts. We starting that one, and so look for that as well, because we're gonna have all of the shorts out. All right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes in the juice. You ready, Coach Lee?
Yeah, especially because I didn't eat before I came here. So meat and potatoes is where I'm at.
Oh,
Let's
listen.
do it.
Order some Domino's. We gonna get
Let's do it.
some Uber Eats. All right.
Save that for later, but let's get to meat and potatoes. I'm down for
All
that.
right, let's get into the meat and potatoes.
Don't forget
I'm
the
down.
sauce
with
now.
a little bit of sauce,
A little gravy.
a little bit of gravy, and a little bit of
Yeah,
sprinkle of that
absolutely.
Mama's best
Absolutely.
seasonings.
Absolutely.
All right, I love it. All right, here we go. Our first topic is first date, worst date expectations. So we're gonna start with just a simple warm-up question. Coach Lee, what's the worst date you ever been on? Without calling nobody out.
Oh goodness! So the worst date I ever been on. So back in the day, I was a sugar baby, right? That's what actually got me started doing what I do. You know, when you're young and dumb and full of other things,
Okay.
right? So I met this dude on an online dating platform. His name was Patrick. And I drove all the way down to Atlantic City, like right outside of Atlantic City, 2-hour drive. But that was because Patrick paid my light bill. My lights was about to be shut off that day, matter of fact. And I met Patrick that day and, you know, did what I did, talk my talk over the phone. Patrick paid my electric bill. So I figured since he kept the lights on, you know, I should probably go turn his lights on. So
I'm in the bind, Nate.
I hopped in the car and drove 2 hours, got to Atlantic City, and Patrick was high off the something. I don't know what the something was, because, you know, I don't really dib and dab.
What year was it? I'll tell you right now.
I know that's right. This
92,
is about-
that was LSD and crack.
I think
98, nigga, that was E-pills and...
I think he was off some pills. I think he
Okay.
was off some, like, it was some kind of downer. Because when we went to this fancy restaurant, homeboy ended up literally falling asleep in his soup. I was so
Oh,
embarrassed.
yeah, that was heroin.
But grateful, right? Because, you know, that eliminated everything thereafter. So when I got there, the server was just like, the waitress, I'll never forget it. She's like, do you want me to call somebody? Like, are you okay? Is he okay?
Right.
I said, I don't know if he's okay, but I know I'm going to get home because I drove my car here.
I know that's right.
So he literally fell asleep in his soup. And I honestly have to say, between Patrick and I can't even remember his name, but I sat
Let's
down
just call
and
him
he told me,
Obatunde right
he told
now,
me
nigga.
straight up, we sat down at dinner and he said, I'm dying from cancer. I have 6 months to live.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That wasn't enough time to get in the will. So I said, I got to go.
You ain't shit. Yo, listen.
Thank you
The
for dinner.
thoughts-
I got to go.
The thoughts and views expressed in the DJ Focus podcast are those of the panelists. They are not the reflect.
I said, I got to go. I'm sorry. I can't.
Our
that's not on time.
sponsors.
Do you know how old he was?
He was like in his 60s.
Okay,
He wasn't
cool.
like super old. He was like either late 50s, early 60s. But he said, like, I was freshly diagnosed about a year ago, and they told me I got 6 months to live. I outlived the first 6 months. So he could have died at the table. And I
Wow.
wasn't about to have him die before dessert. So I had to go.
So if you would have met him 2 years earlier and you had enough
I
time to
might
get in
have
the
met-
will,
Good.
What?
that'd have been good. That'd have been the
That
best
might
day
be
of your
my-
life.
My future ex-husband
Oh,
already.
shit.
Yeah, 2 times.
You know what? At least she honest. I like honesty. Because half of y'all women ain't honest.
Yeah, y'all keep
Damn
it
well
real.
y'all dating that old man for that money.
Yeah, that's not cute.
Nigga look
It
like
used to be
Jamal
cute.
Mashburn.
It's cute before you hit 30. Once you hit 30, you got kids and stuff. It's just not cute no more.
Right.
It's level up time.
All right. I like that. Big shout out to Coach Lee for that one. That was a good story. All right. Professor, what's the worst?
Top that
What's the
beat.
worst? Top that, Professor.
I'm not gonna
Top that one.
I'm not
What's the
gonna
worst
top
date
that.
you ever been on?
Yeah, I'm nowhere near gonna top that.
Like the
Crazy.
stream, share the stream, 100th comment, getting money. Go.
But so it wasn't as bad for me as it probably was bad for her. It was like kind of embarrassing for me, but all right. So it was for a specific event. I'm not going to say what event it was because I'll be giving too much on who she is. We went out to the place, and then after that, we went out to eat. And then she wound up getting her menstrual cycle.
Oh.
And she had on a very light floral dress.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
We had to end the night early, and it was someone else we was with that even noticed this, and she didn't even know. So for like I said, for me it wasn't. It was like damn, like the night ended, but I was more felt sorry for her.
Woo!
Yeah. So but other than that, nice girl. We was only friends though. It was just but that'd be the worst experience that I probably ever had. So,
I know a lot of dudes that took her right on home, cleaned up, ran the red light.
It's a damn shame.
No good. No good. Blood on my shoes, blood on my kicks. Running the red light. Shameful. Don't do it. All right, Bucks 21. What is your worst date you ever been on? He thinking.
Yeah,
Was it
everybody
Shaniqua
look on
or
your face
Maria?
and trying to pick which one was the worst one.
Taliqua. Nah, there's in Alicia.
Looks like he's going through the Rolodex of terrible dates.
Yeah, you crazy. Yeah. Nah, I really don't know. I want to say, I off the top of I'm thinking as well. Like I said, you're right, but I really don't know because
You only get one plead the fifth on this sofa, sir.
For real?
If you use it up early, that's it.
So can I just I guess I could just say one, but I know it's probably one that's better. But I could just say this one time. It was recent. I say about I just moved out here, so I went out to Jersey. All right,
You ain't gotta say recently. She gonna know who you talking about.
Nah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. So she basically, I had went to Jersey for some reason, I don't know, but I ended up just stopping by Applebee's, and I like to go out to eat by myself sometimes. I just do it, whatever. So she's sitting on the side of me, and I just she's very beautiful, Hispanic girl and everything. So I just see her just keep being extra, you know what I'm saying, loud, trying to, I don't know, I feel like she wanted my attention, I don't know, but I just kept ignoring it, whatever. But then something happened, we just ended up talking, and we kicking it, we talking, whatever. So I bought her a couple of drinks, we chilling, and then I'm like, let's get out of here, let's go to this other bar, you know what I'm saying? And she trying to act like she didn't want to go, whatever, and then she ended up going. Then she tried to make up something about, I ain't got nothing to do. You want to give me a ride? So she just made up something. So we ended up going to the next spot, whatever. And I took her to this bar where my homies be at, whatever. And we was in there getting more drinks. So now, from her leaving Applebee's going to this spot, I promise you, it was no more than 5 minutes. She get in there and she just stumbling, walking, you know what I'm saying? Acting a fool. But not even, not crazy and belligerent, but if you pay attention to her, you all right, this girl is really drunk on some you know what I mean? Right. So the bartender came up to me, was like, yo, she can't be in here. She's acting too wild. And I'm like, yo, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, yo, she is kind of looking crazy right now. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking yo, we just left the spot. Applebee's don't make drinks like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they don't do that.
Never had the Henny Colada with the extra shot of Henny.
Exactly.
At Applebee's.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this now.
Though, you know what I'm saying?
It was a little more than Applebee's. She sniffed a little something in the.
That's what I'm saying, yo. I'm really I always think that when people acting a little out of control, but whatever, you can't always go with that. So whatever. Long story short, I bring her to the she go in the bathroom, then we go to the pool table, we playing whatever, still acting all crazy. So you know what? We get in the. I was like, yo, we out of here because the lady going crazy. This girl is acting out of control. So we leave, right? So I'm like, all right. she like, let's just drive around. So now we driving around. She listening to music. Like she thinks she about to waste my gas. Like,
Oh yeah, she was high.
Like she just want to ride around.
high,
like,
nigga.
I'm not.
Sound like she hit the bathroom. You know.
Yeah,
that
she hit the
means.
bathroom and she hit a couple of
Yeah,
little.
because she was in there for a long time.
Drive around and listen to music.
Little bump,
I didn't
bump,
think of
bump.
that.
Yeah, that was a bump. Listen.
I wasn't even thinking of
Gotta
that.
be
but-
careful with
I
them.
think collectively we could agree that the worst thing you could do on a first date is get too
Yeah, like-
saucy.
That's basically what I'm getting down to. Too lit for me.
Yeah.
Too lit because now it's like I don't know what to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to
Drop
do
her
with
off.
Yeah, I you
That's what I
know,
end up doing at the end of the day. But it's like
when the girl can't control her alcohol and all her, it's best to drop her off anyway because at the end of the day, you don't want to take advantage of her.
No,
You don't want
no,
people to
no.
take advantage of her. If she's not in her right state of mind, take her home.
Yeah.
Because
You know
the
what
bottom
crazy?
line is you will get caught up. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
then
it's not
she
worth
lost-
it. Like
And then she lost her. She left her phone in my car, and then I dropped it at her. Like I put it on her door, whatever. Like I got the whatever to get it, and I think she never got her phone back. That's like
you
know what
sold
I'm
her phone too, nigga. Shit.
Damn.
Nah,
And
like
she
she
don't even
was-
know.
Ayo, he cheating.
saying? And then she's telling me about all her like
Ruthless.
problems.
You
and
bad
stuff.
boy.
No.
He sold her
Rebel,
phone.
Rebel to what?
Yeah,
Rebel to
right.
Renaissance.
He said rebel.
Rebel to retail. He flipped
Rebel
that phone.
to Rebel to robbery, nigga. It's like,
right.
let me stop.
No, definitely not.
Nah, but that- alright.
That's one thing I don't.
Generally, I'm gonna
I
keep it
ain't
real.
got to.
I have good dates. I'm not gonna lie. I probably had a couple clunkers, but it just keeps sticking back in my head. The worst date I probably been on was probably back in high school, and it was a blind date, and I was pissed because my little brother had shorty from Scotch Plains that was bad. She was bad. So when I'm like, yo, listen, yeah, hook me up with one of her friends.
Oh, damn.
And I thought she was bad like her friend. She had a scarf on, braces, all types of, and was giving me wild attitude. They went to see Coach Carter. I went to see Hardball with Keanu Reeves. I remember that day. I had to leave. I'm sorry. It was the worst date of my damn
He
life.
said,
It was either that or that time I was dating that Project Girls and her little brother gunned the shit out of me. I was trying to get
Ooh,
some
Project
He
Girls,
was just
Project
gunning.
Girls.
Him and his friends was just. I was trying to crack back. It was like 6-on-1. I still hate that little nigga right now. It had to be out of them two. Project chicks. Don't be careful with the Project chicks.
Yeah, that's like dating a
they
chick
go
who dated a
crazy.
drug dealer. That's
They
like the
definitely
second
go
worst.
crazy.
All right. So, what are immediately red flags that you see on a date that turn into a deal breaker? Like red flag, deal breaker, first date, you gotta go.
Ain't none of them.
Ooh, how you tip and how you treat your server. So I'm really, really big on making sure that a man displays his masculinity in certain ways. And so how he treats his server and people that serve him is really, really big for me. Even with the women, ladies, this is big. Oftentimes we get snippy and snooty if our drink ain't right, whatever. It's a way to handle it, and it's definitely not with attitude.
Yeah.
And if he tips and it's not at least 20 to 25%, I will never go on a date with him.
I'm an 18%er. You.
Ooh, you're 18%er. I mean, that's really close. Like, you could probably try to make up for that in a date, but you don't know that in advance. So you got to, like, really come out the gate. Like, you got to pull out my chair. If you don't pull out my chair for me to sit down, that's like strike one. You know what I mean? I'm
okay.
definitely going to say that, I don't know, my water needs more ice or something. And if you don't fix it, that's strike two.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I got to
test
pull
make
out
sure
your
you're
chair.
willing.
Tip 25%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you get more ice.
Absolutely.
Jesus Lord, what else I got to do?
Nothing else. I make the rest of it pretty easy.
That's it?
You just gotta have like real good personality, keep quality communication.
Okay, I like
You
that.
know, you know.
Listen, if you ever go on a date with Coach Lee, make sure you get that ice bucket. Okay, damn it. Make sure you correct.
Damn
all right. But I like it because at the end of the day, she got standards. And look, everybody deserves to have standards. If your standards is high, if your standards is low, your standards in the middle, you deserve to have standards. And if those standards is what you live and die by and you rocking on, then more power to you. I'm a firm believer that you should be, standards are on a spectrum, so you should be able to fluctuate slightly, but not completely. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
But never abandon them. All right, so, Professor, immediately red flags on the first date that turn into a deal breaker.
Let's see, a deal breaker. All right, so this is close to one.
We know it's your period. First of all, you get that, you're out of here.
Right.
Not necessarily. She
You already
had to
said
go
that.
home.
Minstrel in the
Yo,
sundress.
she got the go.
I was very accommodating. Let me let y'all know, okay? We did not rush out. I was like, you good? You know, we made sure
We
she
know,
was
we
good.
know.
Other than minstrel in the sundress,
I think-
what's a deal breaker?
I think for today, I would say that when you find that person that you're on a date with is always on their phone. You know, I noticed that. I haven't been out on new dates, but I just noticed like when me and my girl go out, I see that all the time. Like the couple, not even just one person. The couple is on their phone all the time. You know, so if it's your first date, you're not getting to know each other. And that can go bad as well. You don't even get to know how crazy they might be. You
Right,
know?
right.
You need to find out whether or not they cuckoo. You know, when they start drinking.
So after all these years of dating, when you and your lady go out, you guys keep phones down?
Not necessarily, but it's not a necessity for us.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know. When you see it from an outside perspective, I guess you know it's like wow, like we do that at home already.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing it right now. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
I think that's
Good one.
that's actually is a good one. My shorty, I remember one time she told me that I forget how the story goes exactly, but they went out with her boss. They all of the employee dinner or something like that, and the boss was like, everybody was on their phones. I mean, he was like, yo, listen, put your phone down. Dinner's on me or something like that. You know what I mean? And she said they put their phones down, end up having the best time ever because they were able to communicate. They were able to talk.
Yep.
They were able to, converse, go back and forth, and you know what I'm saying, and actually go back to what social dinner time is supposed to be. That's supposed to be time that you actually converse, communicate, and get to know each other. You feel me? But the phone, that's a good one. I like that. All right, so Bucks, what you think? Red flags, deal breakers, first date.
Honestly, you could give me all the red flags you want. I'm still going to test some water. So I'm serious.
So it's no red flags matter.
I'm gonna see them. I'm gonna be like, I'm still going to test it because
Okay.
I even tell her like I'm gonna give you red flags, but you know what I mean. You still gonna have to either fuck with it or you not. You know what I mean? Like everything ain't going to be appealing to everybody.
So you don't
know what
count
I mean?
everything off the first impression.
I can't. I'm not. It's not about because like all I could do is see it, note it, and that's it. I
Keep
just
going.
keep going
Yeah.
to the point where it's like, all right, this ain't gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be like, oh no, you doing this right here? I ain't letting you know. Like, I ain't about to do.
You better
all
not
that.
say it like that, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Now
You doing it right here. That's basically how it's coming. It's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't know
come
what
out
he's
that
talking about. He
way.
hit one time with me.
That's okay. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
One hit
Everybody
a
got they.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people that feel like you. They like, listen, no matter what it is, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and ain't nothing wrong with that. If you feel like at the end of the day, regardless of those red flags, potentially I can turn them red flags into blue flags, or those red flags into sales, and we can go forward.
I'm gonna keep it
Then
like
at
this.
the end of the day,
That's a fact. I'm gonna keep it like this. Like I don't smoke weed. So with girls that smoke weed, I kinda, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
you don't vibe with them.
I don't vibe because I don't smoke weed. So you're gonna be smoking, you're gonna be all there looking stupid. I'm gonna be sitting here chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I drink. That's what I do. I 100% drink, like 100%. You know what I'm saying? So like,
You like
You know-
Craig on Friday? Hey,
yeah,
I drank.
like, yeah, like on some like weekends, like right now right now I just came from working out. Like I said, I came for this. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be drinking. I'd be going. I'm getting ready to go to work. Like, right after this, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now I'm here. I'm gonna take my drink, chill. That's what I do.
Right.
And go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But weekend come, I'm getting. We gonna sip on.
So
something.
so let me ask you a question. You saying a deal breaker is a girl who smokes weed?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
Like,
you
I'm
say-
giving
you're not
you-
saying
I'm
it's a
giving, like,
deal breaker,
example,
you just
like,
saying
even if she smoke weed, we don't mix. You know what I'm saying? If she, like, was one girl I met at the party through the brunch thing. She bad. You know what I'm saying? But then I felt like she had some like
She out there like that, like, he's talking about me.
that attitude type of vibe. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, you're not getting that with me. Like you can't
Yeah.
bring that with me. I'm not
Yeah.
no kid. I'm not no little dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you can't bring those energies with me because I'm old.
Bad, yeah.
I'm old. You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to deal with
I'm in
that.
my Renaissance
You know what I'm
phase.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm at
Nobody
a,
wants to
I'm at
deal
a
with
level.
that.
You can't do that with me.
She
You know, you
trying
do
to
that.
be a rebel.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you act, if you acting tough, first 15 minutes in, shit, month in, 2 months in, I ain't gonna have a shot with you. You gonna be OD tough.
I can't do it, and not even. It's like
and
that.
ladies, men don't like
the
this. They
city
don't like the
girl
toughness,
thing,
right,
you know what
Coach
I'm
Lee?
saying?
No,
It's
they
the city girl
definitely
vibe, I'm saying.
don't. They definitely don't. We just did a whole episode on femininity with my what I call my sisters, my ladies that I work directly with, and we did a whole segment on redefining femininity because it looks different for every woman. But the aggressive stuff is definitely a turn
that's
off.
whack.
It's a turn off for even woman to woman. It's a turn off. Yeah. So, you know, especially if you like me, you got a little bass in your voice and stuff, and you be cracking jokes and thinking you're funny. You can't be funny and angry and aggressive at the same time. It's not cute.
You can't. And it's overall cultural shift towards aggression. Like, it went from, you know, what you do, what you say, to, I just want a roughneck nigga with a chop. Like, damn.
Now, listen, this is another thing I want to say, too.
Figure rich nigga, that's my type.
It wasn't, that's the part I was talking about, the 8-figure dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing, like I said, even if she is tough, too, the tough part, I see it, I'll let it play out, whatever. Okay, if you OD with it, I'll probably fall back a little bit just because it's like, I'm not about to sit here and go at it with you.
So
you know
I'm
what
going to keep it real with you.
But
When for me, a supreme deal, even though I've been off the dating market for a while, hey, baby. For me, a supreme deal breaker on the first date is thought behavior. Like, if you acting like a thought in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm never going to take you seriously. Because if you acting like that with me on the first date, you act like that with anybody on the first date.
Let me ask you a question, though.
And I mean
Are you
thought
gonna
behavior.
nail it?
I don't mean.
It don't matter. Are you going to nail it, though, that same day? Thank you.
Huh? Can I
plead the fifth?
I was about to say, can I get my plead? Can I get my plead the fifth, please? That's my plead. That's my plead. All right, next question. All right.
So real quick, explain to us, what is a thought? 20 seconds. Explain, what is a thought?
Thought is, in layman's term, so let me Wikipedia it for you. Chicago rappers made the term famous in 2013. And in Chicago drill rap with Little Durk and Chief Keef. And thought stands for that hoe over there. Thought.
Oh, I never knew that.
You never knew that. It stands for that hoe over there, for all of the people who don't know. So in my mind, you know, if we having a good date and then that translate in us, you know, having sexual relations and it just flows that way, that you know, that chemistry, you know, I believe in love at first sight, so I can't believe in making love at first sight, right?
Okay,
See, I'm down with that.
That was
I
smooth.
love that.
But when I'm talking about thought behavior, I'm talking about hand on my leg. You talk, we having a conversation, you bringing it back to out good. You you talking about, you want yeah, you know, when I drink it, yeah, I'm
So
immediately
just too sexually driven.
too sexually driven. I'm immediately put you in a category I'm never going to take you seriously. So
Okay.
absolute deal breaker, red flag. And always is because if you would do this with me, who else would you do this with? If you would do this with me on the first date, you definitely do this with the dude at the gym. You definitely do this with the dude on your work, at your job.
But how you know she just don't
I'm
like
mad
you
at
like
that.
that?
You said
How you know
what?
she just don't dig your style like that?
Listen, I know I'm a fly dude and all of
This is where
that.
we plead the fifth.
And
friends.
I know-
Slide out.
Listen, I know my style is impeccable and all of that, but at the end of the day, you still gotta have some sort of respect for yourself, your reputation, and for you don't know how I'm gonna judge you. Like, you feel me? Like, you, it's just smart. You know what I'm saying? All ways around. Now, if you can't control your box, or you so sexually driven that all the rules fall out the window, the number one rule of dating is don't have sex on the first date.
But
So
listen,
if you throw that rule out the window, you throw any rule out the window for sex.
but you know what you said though to her? You said you respect her because she real. So you want her to fake it like she don't want to be herself.
I don't want her to
because
fake
of
it.
that?
I want her to act exactly how she's going to, and I'm probably pipe it not in my older days, right on down,
Back in the day.
pipe
baby.
it right on down, back in the day, and then
We not
put her
talking
in,
about now.
not now, and then put her in a category,
Remember,
not
not
you,
now,
but then
guys.
put a
Totally
woman in a
understand.
category.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I do with her,
Yep.
and she's immediately going to go to a category. I'm never going to put her above that category. I
Right.
might let my boys serve her up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, bro, she
So she's
like
not
that.
gonna meet your mom.
She's not gonna be. No. Only way she meet my mom is if one of the bros' wife. You know how one of the bros
It be
always
like
want a
that
wife
sometimes,
to.
you know what I mean?
That happened a
It
lot
be
of
like
times.
that.
One of the bros want a wife to town. You know what? Listen, more power to you, Roscoe. All right. Next question. Oh, that was good actually. All right. Yeah, let's get some snaps for that one. All right. Okay. So, who has the higher expectations on the first date, men or women? Who got the higher? Who's expected to do more on the first date?
I think that's the person who's expected to do more.
The man.
Yeah. Who has the higher expectations of? Oh, hold up. I read that wrong.
I was gonna say, wait, I don't remember that question.
The writer is looking at me like that's not what I wrote.
I didn't look at it
Get
at
him,
all.
Pete.
Just
Cook them up.
Who has the
going along
higher
with the flow.
expectations of the opposite sex on the first date, men or women? Who expects more from? Do men expect more from women, or do women expect more from men?
That's a great question. I believe that it really is contingent upon the value that person brings. So they expect you to match that energy or supersede it. A lot of women put themselves in a position where we expect men to do certain things, but we're not that woman to actually receive those things. So we, expect him to pull out our chair. We expect him to, when the bottle of water hits the table, to pour our drink first. We expect certain things, but we're not omitting that energy that calls for that man to step up.
I like that. Snap to that right there, goddamn it.
And
I
so,
pull out my chair and you trying to thug me out.
That behavior,
Right.
right? So like we take that same concept and we apply it to our energy, and it's almost like a I deserve energy
Right.
versus a let's serve each other energy. Makes sense? Like it definitely, it 100% is all about expectation.
Yeah.
And when we are elevated in our experiences and when we've done the work ourselves, you can have those expectations.
Yeah.
So I think women naturally, automatically by default, have higher expectations because men have been through the city girl phase.
Yeah.
Y'all poor fellas are scarred and tainted. You expect her to be, rough around the edges. You expect her to be unrefined. You expect her to be a certain version of a woman. And then when you sit down with somebody who's not, it's like, wow, and it makes you rise to the occasion as a man.
Right. I can feel that point of view. Professor,
Yeah,
what you think about that?
I
You look like you want to disagree.
disagree. I mean, she kind of took a lot, I kind of like what happens is once he asks her out for that date, you know what I'm saying? She's still vetting him, He's like, all right, I'm halfway in while she's vetting him. So I
That
think
nigga ready to get married immediately.
So,
she like,
I just think that's being as though he feels as though he's only halfway in. There's still more stuff he has to do. So like he's automatically assumed that there is a higher expectation for him to reach for her. So I think and like she said, it is by default. It is kind of natural, for the women to have that. Ooh, do I like him or not? Because he asked you out, so obviously he likes you.
Right. Well, it's the idea of courtship, right? Like
Yeah.
if you ask a woman to accompany you, you are now courting her, which automatically puts you in a certain role and position and behaviors, and so you put your best foot forward and
then like you said, today's day and age and whatnot, city girls are definitely is torn to shred. And
shout out to the city girls.
yeah, let's shout them out because we're not talking bad about
And so what that there for, like, it's that, and then sometimes like there will also be like a laundry list full of things that an individual woman might have, But in comparison though, like I said, a guy won't have too many expectations.
Right.
I think that it's definitely been amplified nowadays though. Now he gotta be this, that, and this. This is the first date. Sometimes she's even expecting like a more high end place that they even go. So already money is being shelled out before I even get to know you.
I think it goes down to the DNA of it. Like women, I mean, they should want to be hypergamous. They should want to expect more out of men because, damn it, I'm about to breed your line. Like you about to put your seed in me. I'm about to breed your line. Men, we just we want to breed our line no matter who we are. If we rise to the challenge or not, if we smart or not, we still have the natural obligation to breed, to be like, yo, look, I want to continue my line. But women, they like, listen, you about to put, I'm making a decision on whose line that I'm continuing. So it goes back to natural evolution, survival of the fittest. I want the strongest. I want the best. I want the fastest. I want the smartest. I want the most financially stable, because at the end of the day, that's who I want to reproduce. I want to reproduce the best of humanity. You feel me? I want to reproduce the thinkers. I want to reproduce those who are in control. You know, understand what I'm saying? So I don't think it's nothing wrong with that. And I think for men, it's automatically going to be opposite, because we're the breeders, not the breedees, if you know what I mean.
If I could say one thing, though.
Added that last part, nigga. I was trying to. I was going somewhere.
38. Now you're on 38
That
ends.
was 38.
That was 38 ends.
Look, that's what I want to say, though.
We'll be
I want
back
to say,
after
Right.
look, let me just say this, though. What you just said was immaculate and legendary.
Right.
But 100% females don't think like that.
Right. No, it's true.
The ones I work with do.
I
They don't
mean,
think
that's
like that.
that's the purpose of Coach Lee. She gonna get you to think like that and understand that it's a reason for that innate feeling inside you to want to date up and get a man that's just gonna put you in a good, perfect position. Like, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you? And that goes back to the polygamy argument, because if women is feeling like they all want the best and the highest, and it's only 20% of dudes that's like that, and 80% of women is chasing that, then the only way to solve that innate feeling inside them is for the good ones to have more than one and to reproduce their line in them. What you think about that, Coach Lee? She said,
I don't
that's
know.
some bullshit.
So I used to be in the polygamy lifestyle. I used to have my little fun, because it's hard to resist a beautiful baddie, right?
Right.
But I was participating in that lifestyle with a man who was not in the position to
take care of y'all.
To afford two
Right.
women, right?
Right.
Because there's a lot more to being with two women. It takes a real masculine man who's put himself in position to actually court two women at a time, let alone be in a relationship with two women at a time. So it's really.
Can you explain that?
My absolutely.
I mean, the
for
strong
one-
part of that is when she said,
Coach
put
Lee not
himself
scared.
in
She gonna
position.
explain.
For one, you got to be able to afford it, period. Because you can't
okay,
court
okay.
for free, right? Like, entertaining two women is not free.
Yeah.
Enjoying two women's companies. There's only so much Netflix and chill you could do. There's only so much walk in the park you could do before it gets real, right? And so the idea of polygamy is for everybody to work together. And what's happening in the culture now is it's creating weaker men. It's not creating
What polygamy is?
Yeah, it's not creating stronger men. It's creating weaker men, because they've changed the concept of polygamy. See, back in when it was based around like the
I don't know.
Muslim culture.
I don't know.
Let her
kinda
finish. I gotta hear
I know
this.
what you're saying.
When it was
She's
based
right.
around that, men were elevated to a certain standard. They held a certain standard for themselves, and they showed up a certain way in the relationship to take care of all of their wives, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Even back in the biblical days. And
Alhamdulillah.
who was it, Solomon or somebody had a bunch of wives. So they
A
gonna
lot
drag
of
me
them
if
had a
that's
bunch
wrong.
of. Go
Listen.
all the way back. You know, Solomon had plenty of wives.
Right, it was Solomon,
David,
right?
and they was blessed with. Abraham was blessed with. Well, you know,
Abraham
he had
a
more
bunch
than
of
one
wives
wife.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
So,
what I'm saying.
so the
Like,
thing is, back
there was a few
then,
people
it was
throughout the
about
scriptures.
the men holding down
The fort.
the absolutely the pyramid started with him at the top. Now these men are moving their position from the top, shifting. They're flipping the pyramid upside down. And now it's like, when I have two women, we all working together to create this thing, and that's not really how it's supposed to
Yeah,
go.
no, it's not how it's supposed to go at
So
all.
your
Support
perspective
should
is
be
like, yeah.
support should be from all angles,
What I-
right?
what I-
Affection, nurturing should be from all angles, but the financial aspect is absolutely on the man to lead, to head. Doesn't mean the women don't contribute in any way, shape, or form, but you can't have 3 girlfriends and they're all paying the bills and you're working, at FedEx.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you there that things have got flipped on its head, but I don't think polygamous men or the paradigm of polygamy is what flipped it. I think moreover, like feminism and like this system that
social
we have
media.
now, where women wanted to join the workforce.
Absolutely.
Like, we ain't forced y'all to do that.
Absolutely.
Y'all fought for that. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we gonna go out here and work with y'all. So now that changes the whole paradigm of polygamy, because guess what? All of us is out here getting money. So if you getting money and I'm getting money and she getting money, then money can't be the final predictor of whether or not I'm deserving, because we all getting that chicken. So
Right.
now it's about my leadership skills, my knowledge,
Correct.
my influence, my power,
Correct.
my strength, my courage. All of these other things is what dictates whether I should deserve more than one wife or not. Not just am I financially more secure? Because that paradigm was flipped on its head through feminism and the current paradigm of.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
And
that.
that's why
Right.
I asked her.
Capitalism.
That's why I asked her, like, what you mean by that? And when you said money, I understood it, but I also was waiting to hear what Focus said more so, because I do believe it's in leadership and masculinity and the way you handle your women and the way you do things to make sure everybody is good. You got to be a leader for that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, like, I
100%
wanted to hear that, but I get what you're saying as a woman, because it makes sense, and that's how it really was started.
Like,
you know
I'm
what
not
saying?
having two girlfriends and we paying for dinner for everybody else to live, and my man is working at.
Yeah, nah, you don't want to be
Walmart.
doing that. That's a little bit too
I'm
much.
just not. Yeah,
I
like,
get it.
no, you
That's
can't
a little
afford 3
bit too
weddings.
much.
You don't get 3 weddings.
All right, let's go to some of the chats real quick before we get up out of here. Oh my God. First of all, Brooklyn, I'm gonna need you to stop with the shameless plugging. Lucky Rich Management, Cake Music Models, live. Oh shit, hold on. I never can get to the straight comments without. Hold on, live chat. All right.
Did we hit 100 yet?
Oh, how many comments?
Did we hit 100 yet?
We hit 100
We
yet?
talking all this money. I'm ready to give some of your money away.
All right, listen, make sure that y'all comment. Make sure that y'all go hard, because we're going to make sure that we give y'all. Hold up. I need y'all to get these comments and these likes up right now, damn it. Let's go. Who want to win this chicken? Comments and likes on Facebook now. All right, let me go to YouTube and see what we're doing on YouTube. Next week, I know I always promise y'all to call in, but next week we actually going to get the call in. Call in popping. I cannot.
Colin is lit.
Look, producer man over here got your back. You the bomb, P. Behind the scenes production over here.
Can't beat it.
I like it.
All right.
That's why they call you Professor.
Tony Ortiz, audio on point tonight. I like it. Thank you very much. Jamal Knight, appreciate you. Don Chorleone, he said the NFL draft tonight, bro. Reschedule. You funny. Never that. We always here. All right. I don't know why I can't always get to the live chats. Like, they always come as they go, but then all right, we'll get back to the live chats in a minute. Let's go to our next topic. Could you do me a favor and hit me
But I ain't
Right
gonna
there.
lie, I didn't get to speak on that.
on which one?
On the what you looking forward to?
Hold on. The next topic is mad juicy though. We're gonna have to get to the. We're gonna have to
We
get
on
to
a
that
certain
one.
time limit.
Ooh.
2 hours.
Oh Lord, 2 hours. Yeah. All right.
So we got a couple times.
Sweating like a slave.
What time
All right, check
is
it out.
It's hot on the sofa tonight. The fellas
It is hot on the
sweating.
sofa. All right, yeah.
It's hot.
All right, let's take our intermission. We're gonna take our quick little intermission, 5-minute intermission. And after we get our 5-minute intermission, we're gonna get back onto it. And our next subject is OD Juicy. Y'all definitely want to get to that one.
Yeah, y'all don't want to miss this.
Y'all don't want to miss that one at all. All right, so let's take us to a commercial break real quick, and then we're gonna get right back to it because I'm sweating like.
Yeah. I can stop it, I'm getting break now. Yeah. He getting dead now. Do what I said now. Yeah. Yeah. Full. I can't stop it, I'm getting it, I'm on the top of my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now. On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished, I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm prepared now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas is scared now. My man, he got off and he left his family stalking because he's scamming. He wanted the boss to let it run. He had planned the destruction, they had to plan to go boss him, and now they jamming him up and he in the fence now. I'ma make it, I knew it. I heard you say I would lose it, and now you say what I do and do what I said now. You see me making the move, and it's just like making the movie. See, we don't play when we moving, just keep your head down. I was broke, now you see me. I'm on the boat with a skeezy. I'm on the ocean and see we out in Boca Raton. I see you broken, you bleeding. I know you know it's my season. It gotta hurt when you see me, cause you know that we home. I can't stop it, I'm getting it. I'm on the top of my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now.
On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished. I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm prepared now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas is scared now.
I was going through some other shit. Depression got me struggling. PCs after PC, they be here, fell in love with it. This beat, I got a bug on it. Y'all think I had fun with it. I ain't never had no other options but to celebrate. Throwing bombs, I got my back against the wall. I'm at the top and I ain't never try to fall. Boy, I'm the shit, I'm disrespecting niggas' jaws. If it's static, we them niggas that they call. I'm at the top of my niggas, came from the bottom. We didn't got your little bitch, she be tripping, there ain't no way. Now I'll cop a bottle and switches, roll up a bump with my niggas. Look at my neck, it be dripping, they like no way.
I can't stop it, I'm getting it. I'm on the top with my niggas. I made a lot in this business, I'm getting bread now. On the block with the killers, I had a squad of gorillas. I lost a lot of my niggas is dead now. I can't stop till I'm finished. I'm putting God as my witness. I made a lot of decisions and I'm prepared now. I won't stop till I'm rich and I'm at the top of my limit. They see I'm about to go get it, niggas is scared now.
She let me do what I want, she let me do what I do. She wanna sit in the front, she wanna chill with my crew. She always do what I say, but she never say what I do. I told her, baby, I'ma be a player, she said I ain't playing with you. I know she wanna be more than a friend, I let her go and she on it again. She said that life is so boring with him, she said she like how I ball in the gym. I said I'm not like the other guys, I just want your love. I said I run it, so left on the way and go run it up. Left on the way and go run it up. Let's run it up, yeah. Let's run it up on the way and go get it there. Whatever you want, yeah. We can get away and go disappear. Come get in the front, yeah. I wanna take you away to a different gear. I knew from the jump, I know that you was the one, so I whispered it in your ear. And then I'ma kiss your ear, and then I'ma glitter your wrist in here. She ain't the babe, but I had her hooked off a line, it was kinda like fishing here. I want you to come with no risk of fit. I want you to come cause you sick of here. I want you to come and get lost. Want you to come tell your boss you gon' miss a year. I told you to listen, now listen here. Let's go take a trip to the Kokomo. Then take a week and go ski in the mines. Let's go take a trip to the Pocono. Then we can go sit in the ocean. I get you the kick to the open toe. We can go play and go be in the place with the sweetest escape, and you know it though. We getting paper, I know you know. Me and my baby done stole the show. The season my cake and I'm on the go. I'm leaving away from my door to grow. Your love is the drug in my sober no. Your love is the drug, I'm a overdose. I want the love in the overflow. You done with the scrub and you're she let me do what I want. She let me do what I do. She wanna sit in the front. She wanna chill with my crew. She always do what I say, but she never say what I do. I told her, baby, I'ma be a player. She said I ain't playing with you. I know she wanna be more than a friend. I let her go and she on it again. She said that life is so boring with him. She said she like how I ball in the gym. I said I'm not like the other guys, I just want your love. I said I run it, so left on the way and go run it up. Left on the way and go run it up. Come get in the front, yeah. Do what you want, know where you wanna go. They shoot what they want, yeah. You know what they want, you know what I want it for. I knew from the jump, yeah, that you was the one. Now they wanna know. Can you get a mind so we can make love while the sun coming up in the bungalow? I might have to cover though. She's so sassy, she thinks she uncomfortable. She said with me, her life is so wonderful. Then she kissed me and I know she wanna go. Said she with me cause I make her comfortable. He get 50, then I make 100 though. Said I'm litty, I got it, I run the show. You stick with me, they got it, they coming with. She told me get in the whip. She done told me to come get in the Lexus. I put it all in the wrist. I put it all in the wrist and the necklace. I got up all of them shaking, they missing you different than all of my exes. I got up all of them chicks, I made all of them quick cause I know who the she let me do what I want. She let me do what I do. She wanna sit in the front, she wanna chill with my crew. She always do what I say, but she never say what I do. I told her, baby, I'ma be a player. She said I ain't playing with you. I know she wanna be more than a friend. I let her go and she on it again. She said that life is so boring with him. She said she like how I ball in the gym. I said I'm not like the other guys, I just want your love. I said I run it, so left on the way and go run it up. Left on the way and go run it up. I never take you for granted. I wanna take you to places you never seen. We getting cream. I wanna make you a better dream, and you wetting cream.
My own
And
friend.
better
It's
things.
not happening.
All right, we back, man. We all the way back to the DJ Focus podcast experience. If you're watching this live, make sure you like it, make sure you share, make sure you comment. You enjoying the content? Don't be afraid to hop up in a live conversation. Big shout out to Coach Lee. Over 500 viewers on the live.
You know my lady show up,
Sweet
we
to
show out.
elite, they show up, they show out. Understand what I'm saying? So
And we like money.
And we like
When
money.
You said we giving away money. Yes,
they better get. All right, well tap in. We gonna make sure we get those cash apps to the 100 viewers. All right, we are on 6 different platforms: Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Bigo, Facebook, YouTube, and the like. So if you don't like the engagement on one platform, come join us on the next. But whatever you do is you engage. It means a lot. Means a lot to the algorithm, and it means a lot to us. Okay. So, let's get to our next topic, our next discussion. Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited about that. Alright, body count. Generally speaking, do you find a person's body count to be important? Why? Does body count even matter? Coach Lee, let's talk about it.
You asked the right one. 'Cause I told you what to do. So here's the thing, right? When it comes to body count, I feel like as you hit a certain age in life, it becomes less and less important. It's something that you focus on when you're younger because you feel like there's value tied to,
Fuck a money, fuck a ring. I don't need them type of things just to prove that you are king. With my heart, you make it sing, and I'm yours
right?
for
You
sure.
feel like,
You and I
when
forevermore.
you're younger, especially because everybody knows everybody, and you're still, in college or whatever. But as you go into adulthood, like,
and I know that you're really for me. I can see it in your eyes, I feel it when you hold me. Yeah, and whatever niggas, they just wasn't for me. Now just tell me that you love me and you never leave me lonely. Just hold me. I'ma keep my head up, put my hair down, sit back, boy, it's just us, and we here now. Hit that, this, that, kick back, music with the chick that you love.
But you know that I started as a sugar baby. Now there's a difference between sugaring and hoeing, right? So we ain't do no Craigslist ads.
None of that.
It was like, get this money without being on your back as best as you can.
Right.
Sometimes you got to fold. You got the honey folded in your pocket. But
You need your nails done, sweet thing.
sometimes it happens. But I would say honestly,
And I'm sure I can give you more. I can feel it in my core. I know it's a story. Know you've been with them before, but them niggas boring. Baby, open up the door. Won't you let your boy in?
But I'ma need you to keep your head up, put your hair down, sit back, put your leg up, take your hair out, stop, sit back, kick back, music from the nigga you love, nigga you love.
And I'm sure I can give you more. I can feel it in my core. I know it's a story. Know you've been with them before, but them niggas boring. Baby, open up the door. Won't you let your boy in?
But I'ma need you to keep your head up, put your hair down, sit back, put your leg up, take your hair out,
so
stop,
if you get with a man that is concerned with how many bodies you have, it just typically means that he's too tied to the streets. He's too tied to, like you said, pass it to your friend and your homie might wife it or whatever.
Right.
It's too interconnected. That means that he's not doing enough in his lifestyle. He's not moving in the right circles and not having an elevated experience himself. That's really when it becomes a concern about the body count. Right. Like if I'm living here in Easton or what have you, right, and look, they calling in. They got questions.
That's what they do.
We got to answer the calls now. They said, bring. This is a good topic. Let me tune in. My body count high.
Right.
So look, it's really about the mix and the mingle of the people. And if you're moving in circles where everybody knows everybody, that's when your body count matters.
Right.
But if you are no longer, for the streets, then you could be in the condos instead of the streets. You know what I mean?
So I like the body count it matters less as you get older. That I think that's valid. I think that makes sense. And but
because at 35 sex is different, right? Like at 40 sex is different. At 29 sex is different than when you're 18 and you just like doing stuff.
I just think I think that if you 16 and you got 30 dudes, you a hoe. If you 34 and you got 30 dudes.
Does that hoe grow with you? Does that hoe grow with you? So you're 16, you had 30 dudes. But now you've had two.
The hoe grow.
But now you've had two since 16 years old, and now you're 35. Are you still a hoe?
No, you went through a whole phase at that point.
Okay.
See, a whole phase.
So you've been washed.
You've been washed
cleansed.
in the blood of the Lord. You have to understand now. The whole phase is a thing too.
I had my whole phase.
Every woman does.
Every woman goes to their whole
Every
phase.
woman
Every
does.
woman goes to
The
their whole phase.
virgins that was with their man since they was 17, and
They have their whole phase too.
at 40.
At 40. That's a struggle, ain't it? Damn.
My man told me one time, he said, all women cheat in their 40s. I said, what you mean, OG? He said, listen, their 40s is their last chance to feel desired and wanted. And they can do whatever they want, and the young boys still want them. Once they get in their 50s, they got to pay for it and all of that. And dudes is looking at them like, what? You 50-something? But in their 40s is their last shot. So if your wife is in her 40s, damn it, you better be careful.
He ain't lying.
You better put her there. You better have her location.
I just met a 44-year-old. I just met one at the gym.
I know a few. So let me stop. But so yeah, all right. So let's ask Professor that same question.
What you think, Professor?
What you thinking? Body count. Is
think-
it important? Why?
I think it's important only to an extent, you know. So let's say like you're in a relationship and you took the relationship serious and then you got out of it and then like maybe you're relationship oriented. So, you know, you just trying to find that right one. Responsibly speaking, you know, you're going to have sex with the partner that you think that you want to be with. So on that sense, like you might raise your body count, but I don't know if it counts towards as far as like on a different angle, like a chick who's just sleeping around just to sleep around.
Right. The
and
whole
so,
phase.
Yeah, so when you speak to that and then like if you ask her does she find it important and she says no, just sleep. I disagree. I totally disagree with that. And it's it's because of the fact that like we started off teaching our daughters to hold before marriage, and I think now the message is to use protection. So we're giving our condoms to kids now, you know, and I think we avoid the whole concept of wait until marriage because I like even on TV like we're way past due. I just feel as though it's like it's a percentage of laziness, I guess. It's like damn, like she gonna learn it out there anyway, or he gonna learn it out there anyway. It's the same for the boys, you know. For our little boys, we don't want them getting someone pregnant. You know what I mean? Right. Too young. And in addition to that, like it's a sacred thing. Like we don't talk about that to kids anymore. It's brushed past once you become an adult. Right. Everybody fucking like who gives a shit? What are you talking about, bro? But at the same time, we contradict ourselves up until the point that they become 18, and then it's like you can do whatever you want. It's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that body count do matter. I think that we contradict it to the fullest extent. Like the same father that says that his daughter can't be with this dude because this dude's going to only try and get sex. That same father probably still looking around for ass all
might
the
be
time.
smashing her friends.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? So,
do as I say, not as I do, right there.
And so it's so it becomes like accountability on both sides, you know. Because while we sit here and say body count is wrong, like we still going out looking for ass at the same time.
Good answer.
Oh, we snapping for that. So body count is wrong, but we still looking for ass.
Yeah, because we push it, but then we
I'm
be
gonna
like,
push
it's
back
wrong,
on
you know?
that simply because listen, if a man is out here, you know, looking for it, it's because it's just kind of his, you know. Look, men.
Before you make an excuse for these fellas, let me give you 5 seconds to
let
get
me
your
say
thoughts
this,
together.
right.
I get where he's going though. At the
Like,
same time,
men-
like biologically,
Men don't get it.
No, look,
Men don't get it for free. They gotta chase it.
That's number
like
one.
they gotta find it. They gotta push up. They gotta be those ones that's being aggressive to try to get it. Women, like a beautiful woman, will walk into CVS right now and will not say nothing to a dude, even though she knows she attracted to him because the man is supposed to say something first. You know what I'm saying? Like men always have to be on the hunt. You know what I mean? So now it's like if a man is still out here and he's seeking out ass, as you said, that's much different from a woman having a high body count. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, to me, having a high body count as a woman, especially a young woman, it just represents like and forgive me for this, but a weakness, because the strength comes in with
when you can say no.
Which is why I say accountability as far as our kids go, because when it comes to the boys as well, like as a man, yeah, like he's working for it. But I don't want my son worried about ass, right? At the so that's at the same time, it's like, you know, I if I'm going to teach my daughter one thing.
No, in this day and age, you do want to worry about.
But that's my.
Because you don't want to worry about.
No, listen. If I'm going to teach my daughter one thing, I'm going to teach my
ass.
son the same thing as far as that go. And they have to learn all aspects of it too. I'm not telling them like, you know, it's going.
Aspects. Aspects. Let's just be clear.
Not the specific ass, but the aspects.
So like I said, see it
All
from. I would teach them all from, you know, from all angles and whatnot. You know, it's not going to be to her all dudes is only trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not going to be to him, you know, you have to work to get this, son. You know, that it's pressure on both of them, but it goes the opposite way. And it's literally not fair because of what we used to teach our kids back in the day.
I want to ask Bucks this question, though. Does body count matter to you?
I wouldn't say body count matters. I would just
red flags don't matter. Body counts don't matter.
I want to say body counts don't matter to me. I'm serious. Like a lot of stuff.
This nigga said nothing matter,
bro. I don't.
You can do what you do.
I'm just too like laid back, like, because I know what I come from. I know what I do. So, body count doesn't matter to me, but body count is looked at. So, if you are a woman with a lot of body count, with a lot of bodies, you let me know what type of woman you are.
But you don't know.
No,
we don't tell you that.
No.
You don't know how many bodies we got. I'm sitting here looking bad as ever. And if I try to slide, most men would slide.
Yeah,
but you don't know how many bodies I got. And I'm certainly not going to tell you.
But
right.
That's not what we talk about. We said, do body counts matter?
But how do you know?
Because that's what you have to tell me for me to know. That's what I'm trying to say. All could go with what you tell me. If you choose to lie, then you're just a liar, and I can't do nothing about that. But if you want to tell me the truth,
avoid the conversation.
No. If you tell
or
me,
you go to the golden rule.
Listen. If we talk about body counts, I can only go off of what you tell me. If you want to be a liar, that's on you.
I'm gonna tell you, mind your damn business.
That's on you. I wouldn't even ask you your body count. Keep it real with you.
I'm gonna be like, mind your business, friend.
That's just what it is. If you tell me your body count, that's what it is. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off you. For instance, like my last relationship, she was telling me that she was with about 20 bodies and stuff like that. You know
that means 60, nigga. Shit.
You know what I mean? It was that,
multiply times 3.
And look, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's deep.
Because if you got 20, that just means you stopped counting at 20.
No, if a woman tell you she actually had 20,
talking. Can I finish talking?
All right, go ahead, my boy.
Go ahead, friend. Go ahead.
No disrespect, beloved.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead, finish your thought.
It's like if she tell me her body count, all I could do is go off of that. You know what I'm saying? Lying or not, I don't got time to be like I told you. The whole I don't got time for that. So if you tell me it's 20, I'm gonna go with 20. All right. So now I'm gonna look at everything about, you know what I mean, how it looks like, you know what I'm saying, your age and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, everybody got their whole phase, you know what I'm saying? That's something that always gotta be added into things. Some things happen, heartbreaks, you know what I'm saying? You might be with a man, y'all break up, you going through something, now you fucking, you know what I mean, you doing your thing. So it's like, that has to be added, but that also shows what type of person you are. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I gotta keep in my mind now, because you got to keep in mind what everything that she tells you, everything that somebody talks to you about, you can't let it just go on one after the other. You got to keep that noted. So by me, you letting me know how many bodies you count, if it's a lot, it lets me know that I have to also keep my eye, not on you, but I got to let it be known that I got to watch out for you at the end of the day, because at any given moment, you would go and have sex with somebody because it's something that you already been doing. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you would have been doing.
The only reason why I'm strongly disagreeing with you, right, is because I've been through my whole phase, right? When I was younger. Now once I hit 30, I met my man at 31. We've never cheated. I've never cheated. He's never cheated, right? We've been loyal to each other. That's one of our non-negotiables, is stepping out of the relationship intimately, right? In any way, shape, or form. Emotionally, physically, but especially physically.
Right.
So you know, when I hear stuff like that, it's like that's an assumption on your own part. That's a piece of your own security or insecurity that makes you feel like you now have to watch this person because she told you she got 20 bodies.
Right.
Like, again, number one, women do not tell the truth about how many bodies they have.
Right.
Period. I know this because I've worked with hundreds and thousands of women. We don't disclose that information. And if we do disclose that information, we definitely diluted the
Y'all
answer.
lying.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Through our teeth. And we'll do it with a smile. Because it's really not a... we don't want that to be a conditional piece of the relationship. Whether I made bad decisions, good decisions, too many damn decisions back in the day should not affect who I've grown into today. So now you're looking at me for the person I was because I had 20 bodies, 19 of them I caught up until 20 years old or whatever. Now here we are in our 30s, right? All of us on the couch, at least in our 30s. And now you're trying to create a perspective of me or perception of me that no longer exists, that I've grown from.
So I'm gonna say this real quick, though. I'm gonna say this real quick. I think body count matters if you're young, like I said, and if she in your city, nigga. Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
She's in my city.
If she in your city and you know she got 100 bodies, you better get
I said
more.
that already because y'all like to pillow talk with y'all friends a lot.
If she in your city,
Men do that. Period.
Just a question though.
You
right?
got to wife up a girl with a high body count from 3 counties away.
All right,
You can't wife up a girl with a high body count in your own city. Go.
All right, so he named 20. She told him 20, right? Just an example.
Yeah.
So you don't think he should judge her on her past?
And just one thing before y'all go, just remember, I just told y'all, if you tell me your body count, y'all gotta really listen to what I said.
You consider a bunch of stuff.
No, huh?
You consider a bunch of stuff. You consider like he named like a
Scenarios.
like
this is
a
what I was
long
saying.
list for.
I was just saying
it
that
wasn't just 20, right? It was like, all right, you might have this, you might have that. You know
yeah,
what
I
I'm
was
saying?
giving that, but I'm also saying that if that girl told me that in the comment at the beginning, and I still ended up making that girl, I moved in with her and everything. I'm just trying to tell y'all that I don't, like I said with the flags, that stuff doesn't affect what's going on. I'm just telling you that.
But it does, though.
No, it doesn't.
You in the same breath said that if this woman has 20 bodies, I have to watch her.
That's
that
all
came
I
out your
said
whole
too.
mouth.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
said I have to watch her.
So it does affect it, though. It affects it.
Absolutely.
It might not be a deal breaker.
That's why y'all should mind your business. Next question.
that too. 100%. Mind your business.
Mind your damn business in your own damn body.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know about all that mind your business
I don't
though,
know.
because I think that gives women a clean slate to whore. Like we should never give women a clean slate to whore because at the end of the day, it's going to destroy their integrity, their reputation. The world is as it is, and it's true. If you out here with a bunch of bodies, you will be looked at differently. It's going to destroy your reputation, and on top of that, you might end up on more of your paternity court.
They don't know who the hell they got on this couch.
100%. So
They don't.
Can't advocate
I
that.
just want to answer my question. I want you to answer my question. Why is that being taken as it's a problem if I'm telling you that that's just something I keep in the back of my mind?
Because that's the problem.
Okay.
Is that it changes your perspective
But
of
how,
this person.
though?
Yeah.
Because it's in the back of your mind.
All right. So that was my next
Yeah,
question.
I kinda
right?
agree with
So
Subconsciously,
that was my next
you
question.
are now evading. Go ahead,
Well,
Professor.
you see, that's what I'm saying though. Like this information that he was giving, he's judging her past, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go out on a date, you have a hypergamous mentality, right? So we judge you on your past. Don't you judge us on the future?
Say more words.
Meaning, as far as like you're looking to have
She
a
said say
man that
more
can
words.
provide financially speaking, right? So what I'm saying is that that's going to be something that he doesn't get until the future. So if you're seeing that he's not going to make any money, he's automatically disqualified, right?
It's not so much about how much money he makes; it's what he does with it. You understand? It's not the richest man in the room; it's the one most willing. My man is not the $3 million man,
And she's
but
big on
out
that.
of his $300,000, I've made $500,000 on my own because he set me up to do so.
She's big on that. She's
You
big
see what I'm saying?
on not how much money you got. It's about what you do with the money you got.
Yeah,
That's
if
her
you-
whole
if you
claim to
take
fame.
nothing else from this
It's true.
podcast, ladies, it is not the richest man in the room. It is the one most willing, because you can meet you $1 million man that puts absolutely nothing in your hand.
Okay, we got a live
That's
studio
facts.
audience want to snap for that. All right, there we go.
That's facts.
All right, I got another question for y'all. Even though you don't want to tell, how many high in your body count and all of that. What number would you consider a high body count? At what number is like, damn, that's crazy. And we gonna
sex though?
No, we for women first, but we're gonna say by 30 years old. By 30 years old, what number is a high body count in your mind by 30 years old? Well, let's start at 21. Let's start at 21 first.
30 good.
30 good? That's medium.
We older now.
I immediately disregard the question to think how many babies and how many STDs did you have? Because for me, it's not about, again, how high is too high. That's perspective. That my number is going to be different than your number is going to be different than his number.
We just want your number though.
But
we don't care
I'm
about
pleading the fifth.
Okay, there go your 150.
I'm gonna plead this one out.
There go your 150.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead this one out because I don't know what a high body count is, but I'm pretty sure that I fall in that category.
Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Listen, I had childhood trauma. I had no dad in my life. I had looking for love with different men. Lasted 3 months here, 5 months here, 6 months here.
Oh, you was going crazy.
Between it's not about going crazy, it's about crazy in love. It's about thinking this man loves me because I don't know how to date. Nobody taught me how to date. Nobody taught you how to date. Nobody said in school, this is what you look for in a relationship with a partner. This is what you should expect. Nobody outlines that at all. Nobody teaches us how to date. So we learn by falling on our face. In my case, it was falling on my back, but that's regardless, right? But it's still like, did I respect myself? Did I smash the homies? No, but I lost my virginity at 15 years old at a sleepover on the floor on the pallets that we made in a room full of people. Everybody was, linked up with their little boo thing. And I was 15 years old. It lasted 7 minutes. I remember looking at the digital clock. And from that point, sexuality was destroyed for me. I didn't really understand what it was. And then you usher in abusive relationships. Once he beats you up enough, you leave, you go to another man. Once he hurts you, breaks your heart, you go to another man. So for women, that is what we experience when we don't have, like you said, Professor, that's why I really respected that answer. I'm going to teach my children the value of intimacy because nobody really teaches that anymore. And I'm about to be 35 in July. Nobody taught me that. I now teach other women that. And unfortunately, I don't get to work with them until they're in their 20s and 30s, past the phase of, virginity. Yeah. Right? But I guarantee you and assure you that they've made some similar mistakes that I made. Maybe not to the degree that I made them, but again, with no guidance, you make mistakes. If you teach yourself how to ride a bike, your knees are tore up.
Right.
And so
scraped them a couple times,
absolutely. And so, it would be different if we were younger and we thought like body count stretches you out and now your coochie loose. But now we know we're grown and we know that that's just women's bodies. If you loose, you loose. Go get it stitched up. The doctors fix that now. We now know that we could put a little machine in there and tighten things up. We now have, knowledge that we didn't have at 16, 17, 18, 19 through 22, really, that we have now.
So let me say this. I would say, another reason why I think body count does matter, and I like your answer. It was real deep. With every body you get, you judge the next body. So if I got a woman with 30 dudes by the time she's 19 years old, she's going to be, comparing me to these last 30 relationships she had, last 30 joints she had.
Nah, we don't remember
sexual relationships.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't like that.
I'm just saying.
That's true. No,
I'm just saying.
It's
Statistically true. The more relationships you get in, the more it's going to be harder for you to keep and sustain a fruitful relationship with whoever you in, because you constantly trying to compare them to Ricky and them. You like, damn, but the way Ricky and them, oh boy, that boy laid it down, boy. So and I'm not saying that a man should not be up for some strong competition, but when you competing with everybody, nigga, damn,
Magic Mike,
right? It's hard for me to really please you. Because, really, you know what I'm saying, do what I'm supposed to do. 100%. Because at the end of the day, you compare, and that's emotionally too. Women, the more, girls always get on me. Oh, you want that young girl, that and the third. But she's less damaged. She's less damaged. She ain't been through all of the relationships you've been through. She ain't going to judge me like she judged everybody else. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, No, am I wrong,
No,
Coach
I
Lee?
don't agree. And the only reason why
No.
I don't agree,
nobody.
the only reason why I don't agree, right, is because again, I came from a certain world in a certain space, and now I'm in a totally different space because I've educated and enlightened myself, right? I've leveled myself up. I've redefined my femininity. I now understand when to speak and when to shut up. I now understand when to stand up and when to sit down. I've learned these things along the way, and so when I met this man, he superseded the expectations of all the other men I've ever been with. It didn't matter whether that was sexually or not, because when we tied to the sexuality, those relationships typically don't go anywhere. They're leveraged with sex.
Right.
So when a man steps in and shows you that, you know, this is what a relationship looks like, this is what it feels like, that intimacy feels a lot different. He learns your body. He understands who you are. You have conversations about these things. It's grown folk talk.
Nah, I agree. I definitely agree. I agree with her.
But
there.
I was
Versus
definitely
when
about
you're
to get
younger,
into
you
it.
just slap a condom on and you hit, you know.
Yo, listen, when you slapping a
That's
condom
it.
on, hitting it and quitting is not fulfilling for nobody.
I don't
If you
know.
only ever had sex and you've never made love, I feel sorry for you.
Right.
Because there's
Intimacy
something
changes.
about intimacy
I love it.
mixed with sex
Correct.
that takes it to a whole nother level.
Absolutely.
I
Boy,
tell
I be
you,
rubbing my wife's face, girl. Look at this.
Hey, yo,
Right,
Rose
absolutely.
Bone, when I
Starts
deal
at
with it,
dinner.
Girl, let me
Yo,
rub
me
your
tell you
hair,
something.
It starts at dinner.
Look.
Let's start right at dinner.
This
Listen,
is what I
before
tell
I
the
walked
chick.
out the house today, my man took one look at me and he was like, he almost wanted to come with me.
Right.
He was like, I just want to look at
Girl,
you. and
not
I
with
just
that
wanna
orange
watch
on,
you.
girl.
I just want to watch you, right? I just want to look at you. Damn, you look good. Wow, baby, you look amazing.
Yo, look,
right?
let me tell you something.
And
That
when
nigga at
I
home
say it
right
just
now,
like
like,
this.
don't be
when I
talking
get
about
home tonight,
Yo.
when I get home tonight, I promise you this dress will have a lot more runners than these two.
Yo, he at home right now, like, don't be talking about your
Yo,
whole
this is
face
what
in
I
that
say. This is
orange
what-
dress,
this is
girl.
what I
I'm looking
say.
like that.
I say
Don't
this
you
all the
dare.
time, yo. Listen, I say this all the time. I don't need a sex partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like touch. I like that when we got that bond and we have sex. Like, I don't want that. I meet you, we kick it, and we go have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done did that my whole life. Like, I like that intimacy, that connection. And that's when all that goods come in.
That's
You know what I'm
age,
saying?
though. That's maturity.
goods
Yeah, that is
right there.
That's
Like,
maturity
it's-
because at the end of the day,
I love it.
and you
And
at
I
a
get
point.
nasty, so I like that.
What if
I
that
like
came
that.
with 26 bodies?
I don't.
46
I already
bodies.
Told you. I gave you that.
76
It-
bodies.
It doesn't.
What's your
matter.
number?
It doesn't matter.
I want to know what your number.
I
What's a
don't
high
have no
body
number.
count?
But you know what, Bucks?
I'm with you with that. I don't. I
Okay.
can't.
You know what,
I
Bucks?
can't.
You're refriended, Bucks.
I'm sick. Oh my God! Why am I refriended?
You're refriended.
Where was
Because
I
you lost me there for a second.
Where was I? Where was
Red
I
flags, blue
unfriended,
flags,
nigga?
any
Now you.
flag, stop, go.
Yo, where
Right.
was I unfriended?
You
This
lost
is
me.
crazy.
Yeah, you lost me at the last one, but you're back
Oh
now.
no, but I really,
Welcome back
I really
to the couch.
wanted to know that though because I said it's like to me, I got my own way of thinking. Like, and I know we passed that already, but I be feeling like if that's just for me. If I feel like if I'm still going to mess with you, but I also keep things in the back of my head, I don't see how is that me like making something a problem. You know, it's like when you get information, you just keep it where you need to keep it at. But me and you move forward where we got to keep moving forward. But whatever I choose to keep in my head, that doesn't mean I'm judging you. That's just something that you told that I keep in the back of my head. I store it for when whatever come up. You know what I'm saying? That, and we move forward. I just don't feel that right there is something big because that's something that was relayed to me that I just kept right here. But me and you gonna move forward. What we gotta do? I'm just letting you know that's what I have in the back of my head because of what we talked about. That's why I asked you. I just wanted to hear
But
what
in
you were
that
saying.
regard, you still kind of using it as in your judgment because if it's in the back of your head,
It's just
you
because
using
of
that
what
as
was
part of your
told, though.
adjudication.
Period.
I guess that's what I'm saying. I guess we just
Because
not
some shit in the
seeing
back
eye
of
to
my
eye.
head, nigga.
Hold on.
Not in the back of my
Professor,
head.
hold
Go ahead.
on. Professor got something to say because he
Oh,
assumed
no,
the position.
No, go ahead.
You should.
No, I'm
You
just listening.
assumed the
I think
position.
you
I
feel
felt like you
both
was about to
sides.
spit something.
That's why I'm saying,
He
yeah,
assumed the
I'm honestly listening.
Okay.
That nigga did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He once
He
he,
had
do
the
this,
Malcolm
I
X
feel like
fingers.
something's
Yeah.
about to.
No, not at all.
So then I got this. This is my next question
It's
right
every
here.
episode constant for me.
So this is the next question because it's always good to go back and forth because you gotta extend your point and they gotta extend their point. So now let's say if I got the information that was told to me from my girl, and I just let it go out one ear and out the other, then what? Like
That's what it's supposed to be.
No, that's
No,
irresponsible. That's
yeah,
bullshit.
it's
Supposed to ask
never-
the question
it's
from
never
the
supposed-
door. Y'all ain't listening. You're not supposed
That's
to
what
ask
I'm
the
Oh,
question
you
from the
are
door.
supposed to
No.
ask the question.
Did you ask your wife that question?
Who, me?
Hell no.
I did.
You did.
But you understand?
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to slide in here and come
Hold
to
up.
the comments and
No.
let us know.
No.
And
My
you gotta
wife,
speak
but
on
I've
it
been
if
with
you
my wife
understand,
since she was
because
16 years
I
old.
need to know
Well,
that.
that's
So it's
different.
different.
It's
So
has
you
to
feel
make
me?
some
When she was
type of
16
sense.
years old, I had to ask that. Like,
because that's the type
I
of
don't
Damn
know
it,
if
how
I'm
many
tripping or not.
bodies you
I
been
don't want to
with?
feel like I'm tripping. I need you to
Focus.
like.
That's the stuff you ask when you're 16.
That's what you ask when you're 16.
36. You
no,
don't
when you
ask what is your
36,
body count.
you don't ask your body
I am
count at
35
36.
years old.
You
No
don't
man
ask your body
is
count.
asking me my
But
body
that's why I
count.
said the older you go,
the less
the
it
less
has impact.
body count is like age. You don't ask a woman her age after a certain age. You don't ask a woman her body count after a certain
Keep it
age.
real with you. That's just
I like
100%.
that rule.
Let him
Let's
talk.
write that rule. Let's
Look,
write
It's
that
just
down.
it's just
Yo, look,
uncouth.
let
Let's write
Professor
that
She
talk.
42. You talking about some?
How many
So how
bodies
many
you got?
Nah,
bodies?
that's weird.
Nigga,
You're 100% in
I don't
your
even
weird,
remember
dog.
half of them because it was
I couldn't even
1977.
remember the dude that told me he was dying from cancer.
It was 1983. How am I supposed to remember that?
Yeah, let Professor talk. Let Professor talk. Because I really want to see something too as well. I want to make sure I ain't tripping either too. I want to know.
Well, I'm listening to all of y'all, so I'm just getting the perspective from everybody, which I can't really disagree
Listen,
with.
he's the
But
professor. He's also the writer. He just be listening.
Exactly. That's my point. These are y'all answers. You know, I write the questions. I don't know. I guess from like my perspective, like I guess asking. That's why I put one of the questions here. Is like, can you tell a woman has a body count without asking? You know, is there a way to tell that information? And so I forgot who it was, but whole shit. Right, that's why I'm saying. So you go out on the date and whatnot, and you can recognize who the whole.
100%.
That's why, and that's one of those flags where you're able to determine that maybe she sleeps around.
Can I ask you this question though?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell that she sleeps around?
The camera
I
can't.
can't
Audience
tell
can't see
that.
her.
I
You're
can't
look, but you're just sitting here. Look like you get to know a person on a date.
Oh, okay. Now I
You
got
get what
that.
I'm saying? So like you can't just walk
Right,
down
their
the street and
behavior
tell whether or not
I
like
get it.
yeah, 'cause you can
I
go
see
on,
what you're saying.
Unless
if
you got them bold legs. I'm just playing.
She said
people on TV.
Yeah, I learned that when I was growing up. They said she
Hold
got a
on.
split in the
Time
middle.
out. That
Yeah,
takes
oh.
us to our next question. Though it's funny. Is it there a way that you
I
can
just asked
tell?
that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I was
That's-
playing.
you did?
all
Is
the
there a
bold
way you can
ladies
tell
I
a
was
body
playing.
count?
Those
yeah,
was
that's what I was
jokes.
saying. You know, is there a way that you could tell? Like, I would love to hear that, but that was my point that I was making.
I
'Cause,
think
like,
it's a way.
It's not the fact that you asking her
can't
like.
tell.
Like you ask her, you know what I'm saying, what her body count is.
It's
That's
her
not
behavior.
it's the like my thing is it's like because you know we already know they're gonna lie anyway if they don't snap at you for asking in the first place. That's the average chick, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't really see too many dudes ask that question. However, it's always a question in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it becomes a matter of she probably has a high body count based off of the little shit that she does.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and if she happens to tell him a number, you know, we're automatically assume it's 3 times higher.
That is the thing. Males, men, we always have a foolproof plan. Whatever they tell you, just multiply by 3, nigga. Shit, I've been with 17 dudes. That's about 61. Trust me. Whatever you do,
You know what?
you multiply by 3.
I don't
All right.
agree or disagree with that. The fact that she answered though, you know, so I'm like, you might as well. You know.
That's exactly what Tony Ortiz said.
It's really hard to just go out and
Multiply
ask that
by
question,
3.
but that's why you kind of use the personality to
Right,
determine
right.
that.
Hey,
'Cause
listen,
it really
You
comes down
gauge
to
based
just whole
on
shit. Yeah.
Listen,
The
real quick,
conversation.
real
If
quick,
you
real
could bring
quick.
up an intimacy conversation and she's down.
Real quick,
to
if you
talk
watching
dirty,
on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitter, Twitch, Bigo, or any one of our live streams, make sure you like, comment, and share. Sorry, go.
every 100 we dropping
We
a
dropping
what'd you
money.
say, a band?
Every 100
Every
comment,
100
we
bread.
dropping a cash app. I don't know how much it
I
is.
thought he said
It might be
2,000.
$4.
That's what I thought he said.
Might be $4. It might be
$2,000.
$400.
I thought he said, oh.
But
We
yeah,
don't
I
know.
like this question. I like that question. just
Last
because
week
it
I
makes you
dropped
think.
$33.
But I won't
On the
ever
cash
ask a
app.
chick what's her body count.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
never
think-
get into that at all. I like the question just so everybody could think, we could see views and
Right,
things like
right.
that. But
But it's
I
not
would
something you would
never.
ask.
I
ask
think-
you
Grown
that.
man.
You know
I
what
think
mean?
it's an
I just-
appropriate question for 19-year-old, but at 40, the more appropriate question is like, how many relationships have you been in, or how many?
That's cool.
How many husbands have you had?
Like, what do you value in
body
previous
count?
relationships? What was missing? Those are
And women,
far more important.
ain't no woman gonna tell you about that dude she met at summer camp. Plus that dude when she went over Shaniqua in them house for the summer, and she ran a train on by all them hood niggas down in Newark because she was over there with Shaniqua and them. Ain't nobody gonna tell you about. Ain't nobody. It's wild, but nobody gonna tell you about that. Ain't nobody gonna tell you about that one time when you was after the club.
But this is why we gotta be responsible as adults and protect ourselves when we're being intimate, because then it's not so scary. It doesn't matter if she got 4 bodies or 400.
No, I'm talking about what she did. Like
now for me,
you go to summer camp and you gotta
protect yourself.
No, I'm saying the point of like I'm like I really love you. Like my love is deep. So if I really love you, and you got a story about you getting jumped off on a camera, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is like, it ain't going to stop us from doing it, but it's scary that you got that going, and, you know, I never know nothing about it. You know what I mean? That's what the scary part.
Right.
Other than that, you know, we grown. Like,
they on YouTube dropping cash apps.
Like,
I'm number 100.
I know that's right.
Oh, she did? Oh, dear. I owe you 2 cash apps.
Tapped in on a regular. Shout out to you, Candace.
Oh yeah.
Shout out
so
to
you got to show love to your supporters.
Candace, shout out to Candace. Let's read some of Candace's chats real quick. Let's read some of Candace's chats real quick.
Candace, go follow Renaissance.
She said, I don't know about this topic. When I think of body count, I think of Fiona on Shameless. Okay, I never watched Shameless, but I'm sure that's funny to somebody.
Sorry, Candace.
We are focusing on more women body count than men. Question mark?
Oh, that's a good point. So what she's saying is, we talking about the woman's body count.
I'm glad
what's the highest?
But
what's the highest for a man? Like,
hold up, time out. So let me answer that question.
500.
Let me get this.
500 is base.
So listen, I'm gonna tell you like this now.
That's disgusting.
500 base.
I'm gonna tell you like this now. A high body count for a man makes him the man. A high body count for a woman doesn't. So, and this is why I say that. It's because
from kids,
men have to earn their way into high body count, right?
Indeed.
Like, we cannot just...
It depends on who they're hitting.
100%. We used to count our bodies when we was kids, though.
Because for $40, a little dime bag and some Netflix.
But see, there we go. No. But there we go.
No, I
but
mean,
look what I hold on. But
some
Professor, she proving my
soda,
point though. Hold up.
$40 in a 7-Eleven.
I can't hold you. I had a nice little chick for like $2.4.
Coach Lee.
That's back in the day.
Coach Lee.
No, check this out.
I had to earn that $40.
You know what?
Hold up. I just said we had to earn it. Men got to earn it, right?
All right.
So you said $40, but I had to earn that.
Fair enough.
I had to earn the money for Netflix.
They're not going to understand that, bro.
I had to earn the money for. You understand me?
I'll give you that one.
So regardless, a man got to earn it. No man walking to no group of women and saying, "Come take me."
No, but listen.
But women can, like you said,
it depends on what you look like. It depends on what kind of swag you have, because there is so many women that will not admit this, but we have gotten in bed for little to next to nothing. And again, I only know this because I've worked with hundreds of thousands of women. We have been vulnerable, we have been susceptible, and we have gone home from the club for less than a drink.
Talking about Pookie?
It just is contingent. It's just contingent upon your swag and your finesse.
Pookie kind of
but guess what?
I gave y'all the sauce.
Real quick though, 9 times out of 10, he had to earn his way into his swag. See, realize for a man to come in and just own the whole club and just be confident,
you gotta have a good shirt.
You gotta have a good shirt, confidence.
No, you're right.
We've been working on that shit since elementary.
That's good. That's good stuff.
We've been working on that.
That's good stuff.
On this swag since elementary school.
That's good stuff.
You understand me?
I'm gonna give him that one, y'all.
You feel me? Now I done got to a point where I could walk in and control the club, and you like, oh my god.
No, you're right. Because it does take effort, energy, and money to have enough swag to be able to bag.
Let me have all the swag in the world, and I'm like, yeah, girl, listen, yeah. And you like, I like him, he's swaggy.
I ain't gonna lie.
And then I go on the end of the line to wait for a drink and buy you a Long Island iced tea, bottom shelf. You gonna be like, what the fuck? These niggas over here popping bottles for me. All that swag
and they
gonna go
ugly.
Swag. Bag over swag.
Keep it real.
That swag
Back
gonna
in
go right
the
out
day,
the window.
a bag didn't matter back in the day. A bag
You heard
didn't
it
matter
here
back
first.
in the
Bag over
day.
swag.
What y'all think?
You like that?
Elaborate on that.
Like back in the day when I was like 14, 15, we used to have women doing things for us. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole game changed now. Like we used to take the women car. We used to have women like buying the bottles. We used to
don't
get
get it twisted. Y'all still
like,
do.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, in
You
a
just
sense,
hit your
yeah,
grown man phase. That's all.
That's what I'm saying. That's what changed me. Some
Yeah.
of my homies still doing that.
Yeah,
like,
they still in their rebel.
keep exactly.
Renaissance man.
It's funny because we buy all of this stuff for girls and all of that, and then they hit a certain age, and then they buying all the shit for us.
No,
and
and
it's
it's like
like
even back then though, back when I was like 14, 13, I'm telling you, like you didn't have to have no bag. Nowadays, it's like you gotta have a bag to be that person. You know what I mean? I don't like this transition that just happened. You know what I mean? Like this whole transition of you gotta have a bag, you gotta have a bag to be a certain person. I don't like
Transition.
We're not gonna go there on this show today.
We should.
We're gonna say
I
that
think
for
we should
another
talk
show.
about
Yeah,
We're
next
gonna
week we going
we're
into
gonna say
transitioning.
transition for another show.
that. Yeah, I don't like how that came. But as a man, I feel as though I do things just off the shrimp because I don't feel right doing what I used to do back when I was 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't need no bag back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need nothing. All you needed was
I don't know. I think
swag and just that.
I think we
You know what I'm
needed a
saying? That's all you
bag.
needed.
I think we
No,
needed. I
didn't
think
need it.
the only time you didn't need a bag, quote unquote, was when we were younger and 14
That's
in
what
high
I'm talking
school,
about.
and
Well,
swag
because
counted.
you were 14 and
but
15.
because
Yeah, that's
we-
what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying.
what I'm saying.
But
Because
That's all I'm
even
talking
then,
about.
but even then, we was 14 with swag. As much coochie as we was getting, the niggas that was 14 with the bag and swag was getting
You know who
that
wasn't
much
getting coochie? The dude with the sneakers from like 4 years ago that was coming to school with
bag.
the dirty t-shirt.
Exactly.
And he wasn't getting no coochie.
He wasn't getting no coochie.
So it's
Oh, yeah.
still
Listen,
I mean, it was your mama's
when I was in
money,
high
but
school-
it was
Exactly.
still,
When I was in high
Exactly.
school, my dad, my
Exactly.
pops, he was not
You
off
didn't have
of,
no bag at that
my
age.
pops was
unless
not
it's your
off
mother
of
bag.
buying us expensive clothes. He wasn't off of
Right.
buying all of that other stuff. So I
I
had to
didn't have
hustle. I was selling nicks of
that's
weed
why
and
you locked
candy.
it down at 16.
I sell you nicks of weed, and then when you get high, I sell you candy.
He said,
Yeah, this nigga selling Nicks and
I
candy.
don't think y'all get how funny. Yo,
She
y'all,
really likes me.
She love me.
yo,
Marry me, baby.
y'all don't get how funny that is.
I
what
love
he
you,
said,
girl.
Joe.
He said Nicks and candy.
Yo, y'all don't get how funny that is.
Yo, I was selling nicks of weed
Quarter
and
waters and
listen.
stuff.
I was selling. Listen, I was the nigga.
Y'all don't
I was
get
the
how
nigga who
funny
came
that
to
is,
school. Listen, you ask him. I was a dude
Yo,
who came to school
that's
with a
too funny,
bag
bro.
full of frozen
Too funny.
Capri Suns,
I know that's
a bag
right.
full of candy. I used to work at the Dollar Tree. I would take and come there. Listen, this is
He would borrow.
20 years ago. Statute of limitations.
Right, right. Allegedly.
Allegedly, I came there with an empty book bag and left there with 100,000 pieces of candy, 100 pieces of candy. So all of them things in school the next day. We used to go to BJ's Wholesale Club. We used to go to, all of these different things, and we used to, I used to go to the Poppy Spot, Plainfield Plaza. Underneath the Poppy Spot, they had the big jar now latest for like $5. It was like 100 little packs. I used to sell them $3-4.
Those are the good old
I
days.
needed
Hey, yo,
all of
big
that.
shout out.
And then I
Hey,
had the pillows and Knicks. I was
Hey, Ant, if you watching this, big shout out. You already know how we did Walmart.
too.
You got
Walmart crazy back in 8th grade.
he
was
made a whole,
98.
he made a whole marriage off of quarter waters and Capri Suns.
Listen, but the point is, I was a hustler. I would make sure that I did what I needed to do. If I had to put my sneakers on layaway, if I had to do it, because I was going to make sure that I had mine, because I was going to hustle my shit up.
Right.
A lot of people nowadays is not like that. A lot of people, they don't, it's being force fed to
Mediocre.
them.
They just
Mediocre.
accept whatever.
Oh, I'm talking too much. Forgot where I was going. Go next.
Next
All right.
question. Let's
Next
go.
question. All right. So look, this is the last question of this topic. What time is it? Because we doing good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
9:48. We got
Snaps for y'all.
snaps for us. Snaps for the audio.
Snap, y'all.
Snaps for our live chat.
Snaps
Thank you
for
guys.
the comments. If you in the comments right now, drop a snap.
If you want to
emoji or
snap,
something.
drop a comment.
Comment.
Shout
Let us
out
know you on
to
the
Sweet
couch.
Tweet because she's the goat. I like her already.
I'll take that. Thank you. Received.
You got it.
Easy.
And shout out to Bucks and shout out to Professor and shout out
Yes,
to us
yes.
for having this high level conversation,
Phenomenal
because
perspective.
high level conversations count. They do. All right, so look, we're gonna get to our last topic of the night, and although we are running a little over time, we're gonna try to keep this short, but I know it's going to be a little bit longer. All right. This is what we like to call our power topic. If you come here because you want to hear some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, truth, growth, and you want to learn something, then this power topic is for you right here. We went through the fluff. We went through the relationships. Now we're going to go through the power topic, okay? We were supposed to get to this one last week. We never got to it, so I have to get to it this week, even though we pressed for time. So, look. Government assistance in the black community. Welfare, nigga.
I'm for it, nigga.
You for welfare?
Well, as far as like the food stamps that women get.
All right, so dude,
Not
all
that
right, so
women get.
we gonna start. Not damn. He was.
That's all I know.
Somebody edit that out.
Women do. I think women do disproportionately benefit.
I never
but
seen
we
a
can't
man
say
get food
only
Y'all
stamps.
don't
women
want
get
to
it.
fill out the damn application and go to the appointment and deal with it.
Cause I go to work. I get money. Like I really hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know what I'm into.
Yeah, and it's a badge of
I
shame.
hustle.
Men not
So-
running around talking about something. Yeah, I got my food stamps this week.
I don't do that.
Girls not gonna like us for that. They gonna be like, "What? You got your
What
what?
do you want?
I got
You
food
gotta-
stamps. Nigga,
you
what you
gotta-
gonna give me?
you gotta
I got
get a certain much,
$937.
I can't do that, but I don't shame it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm so chill. I don't shame that a woman gets the food stamp. You get food stamps, you good with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right,
let's
so
go to the
Bucks,
store.
Let me ask you a
get some
question.
food.
Do you think
Yeah,
us
fine.
as a people, African Americans, black people, do you think we too dependent on food stamps or government assistance? Do you think we too dependent as a whole of a people? Like
From
we
some
too
of the
dependent.
women I dealt with
Ooh, back
and
to
was
women.
cool with, yes, 100%. 100%, yes, they are. I learned that certain things where you got to make a certain amount, you can't go over certain stuff. So right now, you letting a man tell you, you got to have a limit on how much money you can make for him to give you something. You're already selling yourself short. But like I told you, I just can't be the person to just I just can't nitpick at stuff because I can't. You got your own. You are who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. You got what you're going on. I can't sit here and keep judging people. Like I said, that's why I get the. Remember you said you can't be like, like that's just how I feel when you gotta be on it. So I stay away from that. I was cool with a couple women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes if we do whatever we do, if we're cool, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? We don't got it, whatever. But I don't judge you. So even when you get assistance on houses, you know what I'm saying? You letting them tell you, like I said, we're gonna bring this right back. You letting them tell you how much you can make, putting a limitation on how much you can make, so that you can still live a certain type of way.
It's true.
I got my
It's like
I got my own spot
Yeah.
right now.
Explain that. It's
Oh,
like
can I
strippers.
finish talking? Y'all always like to.
No,
why
I was
they
just
always wanna
co-signing.
cut me off?
I was just co-signing.
Like, y'all gonna start cutting me off.
You long-winded,
Miss Boss
friend. We
Lady.
on a time frame now.
Yeah, this is a high level conversation.
Alright, so
Not high
basically-
level lecture, niggas.
I apologize. Basically, just
That's your 30
don't
second
let
N-word.
don't
We
let
about
the
to be
man.
evicted.
My bad. Don't let the man put
Don't
a
get the
limitation
N-word
on
count
you.
on me.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, all
Look,
right.
so,
Don't
so
let the
when I
man
said
put a
it's like
limitation on
strippers,
you.
Right?
Right.
Like when
I
you
need you to break
dance
that
and
down.
you in the club, right? You use that as leverage. And some women make it out the club, right? Like you said, it puts a cap on what you're able and willing to do, right? Like that makes a whole lot of sense because that's literally what happens when you get comfortable in that space. You end up being stagnant in that space,
100%.
like a stripper, right? Everybody's intention when they go in the strip club is not to be a stripper until the day their ankles give out and their skin starts to wrinkle.
I agree there.
There's a goal there, right? And so I feel like if us as black people, white people, green people, whoever people, because really the statistics are now slowly turning for who is more dependent realistically. But it's like a stripper. If you go in with a mentality of, I got to use this to get to my next step, to get to my next level, and you actually do that, you become a me. Right? I came from food stamps. I literally started my business before I met my man. I had already started something. And I would take my food stamp card. I'd go to the grocery store. I'd buy everything I needed for breakfast. I would charge these ladies $25 to $35 to come sit with me in the house to teach them what they needed to know. I really didn't profit a whole lot, but I streamed it and allowed people from online to now tap in. And so now I created a whole stream of income. That year, I think I made like $46,000 doing that from my living room. Right, and then boom, that turned into COVID the next year.
Hey guys,
I did my first 6 figures.
She's a renaissance
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, I did my first 6 figures. So
Wow.
Are you
hold
scared to
$5.
step out of food stamps when you don't have a plan for the next step?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
You will keep a capacity on you that will keep you stagnant. But if you use it like the mindset of a stripper when they come in the club and they have a goal to get out, or they use it to put them through school, or they use it to build their business, or they use it, you see what I'm saying?
I understand
so
totally.
the dependency comes in on the person's willingness to grow and evolve past that point, because at some point you got to report that income and they're gonna come get you and they're gonna go collect.
But
their
what
money.
incentive do you have to grow past that when you got food, money, shelter? Like,
Wait,
they give you the bare necessities so that you don't work.
So contrary to
Wait, let me
popular
say this.
belief, you really don't have enough. Like when I was doing my when I had my food stamps, I would sell some of them. Can you please turn that down? I would sell some of them, right, to try to make my money back. I would, use it to build my business. I leveraged it in multiple different ways, right? So because it wasn't enough,
Right.
because $400 in food stamps was not enough,
Right.
And so I had to figure out a way to, keep these lights on, and food stamps don't pay to keep the lights on. So when we talk about, back to the question, dependency, you fall victim to dependency when you don't have a plan.
Now watch this. This is what I'm trying to say. What she's saying, whatever she did when she had the food stamps was 100% genius. I don't even care what nobody say. You did it the right way. You already know. I'm always give respect when it's due. But what I'm not going to allow is the point of, well, you saying that, how can I put it? Basically, you feeling like you giving an excuse for keeping the food stamps. Not saying you did that, but in a sense, you was giving it as an excuse to keep the food stamps. In reality, you can't give it no excuse. If you are on the food stamps and you are on the housing, whatever you want to, at the end of the day, the longer you stay on it, the longer you're going to just keep staying on it, because you're not. It's like you're going to keep it, because I'm at the point right now where in my life I got a job. I got a great paying job. When I moved from Jersey, I ended up with a great paying job, and I'm ecstatic, and I bless, I praise God, and I believe, and I thank Him to this day all the time, right? But at the end of the day, I know that job is keeping me from growing. So that's where it comes to dependency. So now what I'm trying to tell you is, every week or whenever I get paid, and I know that I got that money coming, it lets me be dependent on that money instead of saying, you know what, I need to quit this job and focus on myself so that I can build my business and me a lot better. Right. So the more I keep just staying at this job, the more I'm just going to keep knowing
it makes you complacent.
Exactly. I'm going to stay complacent.
What's his name? Farrah Gray. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's son. Farrah Gray, he got a big following. Farrah actually stands for Farrakhan Gray, but that's another story. But one of his quintessential phrases he coins is, comfortability is the enemy to success. When you get comfortable,
you scaring me.
It's over.
Scaring me.
Comfortability is the enemy to success.
And let me just say, that's why you didn't stop at just the job, because you still were not comfortable with that amount of money, even though you're dependent on that check on Friday, and if it don't come, it's going to screw up a couple things, right, for that week.
Yeah.
But you have decided ultimately to create a plan, and the lack of planning will keep you at the job.
100%.
But creating a plan, deciding that enough is enough, deciding that the bare minimal is the bare minimal, will allow you to start to formulate and devise a master plan that creates earned income in other areas. Your basketball tournaments, your shows, your events, all of that is additional resources that allow you to slowly pull away from that job. Now you can work less hours because even the people that decide to drive Uber are in more control of their income and their finances than if you go to work at a place of employment where they tell you how much you're worth.
Right.
And the person above you makes money off of you.
And they cap what you can make. They tell you, I'm going to pay you $18 an hour. You're not getting 19 till I tell you so.
Yeah.
If you Uber in, you determine your raise.
Correct.
All you got to do is work more.
Correct.
You cutting hair, you determine your raise. All you got to do is get better at cutting hair. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
And this is where I coined the term, turn your pain into profit. Right, and that's exactly what it sounds like you did.
Rebel to Renaissance, pain to profit.
Yeah,
no, ain't no rebels. It's Renaissance to rebels.
Oh, sorry.
Get it right.
You turned your pain into profit. You found the areas that hurt. You created a plan to fix that pain, and you turned it into a profit, right? You said, look, I also use profit to profit a lot, right? That's more my spiritual side, but that's really what it is. I get paid to teach other people my experience and what I know. And ladies and gentlemen that are watching, you don't have to have a big idea. You don't have to have a reinvention of the wheel. You just need to be 2 steps ahead of the behind you, and she will pay for it.
100%.
I like that.
If you are 2 steps ahead of the person behind you, they will pay for the plan. If you put a price on the process, they will pay for it.
And
2 steps ahead
do
on the
that.
person
Like,
that's behind you.
Yeah.
Now that's deep.
really
Absolutely.
do it.
There's somebody right
That's
now who's
math,
never thrown
though.
a basketball tournament, but really, really wants to.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
if
God.
you become
I'm about to get that
a
tatted.
teacher of-
2 steps ahead of the person behind you. Because
Yeah.
you have to
That's
understand,
gangster.
when somebody is behind you, you're supposed to be 2 steps ahead of them.
Correct.
But if they're behind you in the sense of backing you, pushing you, and you're 2 steps ahead of them, that's where Coach Lee's
they'll pay
master.
for it. They'll pay for how
That
you got
shit
to
is
that
deep.
step.
100%.
As a rapper, he understood. That was like a double entendre.
Bars.
That was bars.
I gotta get your gram. We got
Yeah,
something coming
I mean,
up.
Oh my God.
It's literally, there's somebody right now that wants to start a podcast focus. And if you hopped online and you did a course or a class or a live whatever about how to build a barbershop, how to create music, how to do a podcast, what kind of mics you need, the wiring, the setup. Every single person that's on the set right now that knows something about anything can profit from that. You profit to profit.
That's it now. I like it. And
Let's talk
that's
money,
next.
guys. Talk
Profit to
money.
profit. Profit to profit. And that's exactly why I'm taking this next phase. We was talking about it yesterday. Taking a step back from certain things.
Yeah, absolutely.
From racking my brain events
Yeah.
every 3 weeks, you know, and focusing on the focus.
That's profit
you got to
to profit.
focus on your focus.
And when you start to teach other people,
See why I do that
they'll
every
pay
month.
for it.
You do it once a month for a reason.
For a reason.
So that you can focus on everything else.
Can't let them
I'm
do
doing
you.
3 events a week
Going crazy.
and doing crazy.
So
and
let me just leave
and everything is taking a
a
step back.
final thought here.
oh my
You
God.
hear all the ideas.
Hold on, time
right?
out. It's crazy because every week we end with a final thought. So
Guys,
we're
it's
going to
fine.
start with yours right
Yeah,
there.
man.
It was
Get out of
made
here. I
for
gotta
this
go to work. I
couch.
got something to eat too. I got some food.
My final thought is you hear all of the different areas where you can create something, right? A lot of my students say, well, I don't know how to build a business, let alone build it with his wallet, right? The with his wallet I will teach you. But to build your business, it is simply doing exactly what you mentioned, turning your pain into profit, because everybody has experienced something. You are who you are today because of what you've been through and what you've experienced. I don't care if it's leaving a narcissistic relationship. I don't care if it's raising children as a single mom. I don't care if it's learning how to cut hair. I don't care what it is. You know how to do something that somebody behind you does not know how to do. And if you put a price on the process, they will pay for it.
Woo!
Respect.
Put a price on the process. I'm tired of these words. Rebels and Renaissance, flex and focus, price on the process.
Yeah. TM.
God
Get
damn.
my name right.
TM.
TM. What's the other one we TM? I forgot.
I
Well,
forgot.
we
It was
We're
so
going to
good.
get that
We
one.
gonna
That
run it
was
back.
good, though.
We're going to run it back.
Let him go now.
Jesus
Let
Lord.
him
Say
go.
more
I gotta
words.
get out in a second.
Okay, all right. Well, actually, I just like to say, you guys have you guys have given great insight, crazy insight. I guess we were about to lead into, the government assistance, whatnot. We gotta finish up and whatnot. But basically, like, I love everything you guys are saying about basic financial independence. That's something that we haven't learned in the black community. That was the biggest thing as far as my point was with the whole government assistance thing. That's what it keeps us away from. And so I think that there is I like to think that there's accountability, but there's also unawareness. We use these food stamps and access because we don't know of the financial independency that's out there. We don't know about credit cards, investing, our own business. We're not taught that type of stuff. I say this every podcast, and I'm glad that you guys were able to pinpoint on that this week.
Listen,
go out there and learn. Go out. You have to go out because it's not taught in the household. Yeah,
talk about what will be.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Go out there and learn because it's like I said, it's not taught in the household. It's unfortunate, but you can't blame our parents because they didn't learn either.
Yes.
All
Well
right.
said, Professor.
My last
From
thing
the
I
mind
can
of a
say,
professor.
my final thought, I just say, if you got a plan and you wanna do it, execute it. That's my biggest thing. Like, it's so crazy. Like, a lot of before moving out here, I already set a plan of what I'm gonna do. I'm literally doing it's not even one thing I didn't set to myself to do that I'm not doing out here.
That's dope.
Like, you know what I mean? Every single thing I said I was gonna do, I'm literally doing it as we speak. You know what I mean? And even before that, it's like some people be like, yo, when you get a plan, you just go and do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you don't do it, then what? You know what I'm saying?
Ladies, he's single.
Yeah, she said that. He said 100% of the shots
He's single and speaking
shoot,
facts.
They said 100% of the shots you don't shoot, you don't make. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, if you got a plan, if you honestly believe in it, you gotta do it.
Absolutely.
Because they're gonna talk about you regardless.
Absolutely. What's your final thought?
Okay,
friend?
first of
Come on,
all,
focus.
before we
Bring
get
it
to the final
focus.
thoughts, I want to give a big shout out to our live chat, especially on YouTube. Let's read a couple of the comments. Pain into profit. With profit to profit. Price on the process. Candace.
Oh, y'all like that, huh? Y'all like it now.
All right, this was great. Snaps. Let's see.
So,
she said you need to drop the mic. You speaking facts out here. I know a few people that's on government assistance that don't want to be on it. That's true.
Yeah, send them to me.
If you find a good job and comfortable with the money that is being brought into the household, mature people will call and remove themselves.
One more time.
I'm confused. If you find a good job and comfortable of the money that is being brought into the household, mature people will call and remove themselves.
I know what it is. You lost me at comfortable.
Okay,
that's what happened.
Okay.
Once you start talking about comfortable, you lose me.
Because I'm not comfortable.
Ain't nobody. I'd rather be uncomfortable my whole life than to be comfortable.
That's just somebody that doesn't
comfortable
wanna
is complacent.
They don't want to exercise their other calling. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, friend. Ooh, that's the.
And this is a good point though from the chat.
Yo, she gonna
one
stop,
more time.
bro. She gonna
Come
stop.
on, no, one more time. That was good.
That's just somebody that don't want to exercise their other calling.
Their calling. Come on.
It's a lot of people who have food stamps that don't need it, and a lot of people who need food stamps that don't have it.
That's a true fact.
That's a true fact.
That is
right
absolutely a true fact.
I need it.
All right. So my final thought of the night is this: great conversation, high level conversation is all we about. Focus is on the new focus. My focus now is positivity, truth, enlightenment, and making sure that at the end of the day, whatever we do for the greater good of the people. Okay?
I like that.
It's my new goal in life, man.
That's a good one.
That's my new goal in life. I've been through a lot, and one thing that I realized more than anything is negativity leads to negativity. Negative thoughts, mind processes, actions always lead to negative results. So if you want to have a positive outcome or be successful in anything in this world, you have to gear your life towards positivity. Period. We always got that two wolves inside us, a positive one and a negative one. 100%. We got a wolf full of, pessimism and like the old Indian adage, pessimism, lies, deceit, the negative wolf. Then we got the positive wolf full of optimism and growth and truth and wanting to do better. And the only wolf that will win is the wolf that you feed. So if you keep feeding the negative wolf, you're going to get a negative result and a negative outcome to your life. If you feed the positive wolf, you get a positive result and positive outcome to your life.
Yes.
So y'all know me. Y'all know what I've been through. Y'all know what I'm going through. But the real life fact of the matter is the only way you'll ever be successful is through peace, truth, and positivity.
Is being selective of who you put on your sofa.
And be selective of who you put on your sofa.
Period.
So it ain't had really too much to do with what we went through, but it has a lot to do with what I'm going through. Okay. And the bottom line is, without peace, truth, positivity, and enlightenment, you'll always find your way to a negative result and a negative outcome in dealing with a bunch of bullshit.
Yes.
So if you want to be positive in life, you got to deal positive. You got to act positive. You got to think positive. In every endeavor you have,
You just hit 100 trash.
gotta be
Hey.
that of positivity. Shout out to the 100
Champs
Champs
in the building.
on
Who was
YouTube.
Candace
Candace.
again, damn it.
We owe you, Candace.
Candace ain't playing. She said,
We owe
give me
you,
that
Candace.
money. Yeah,
We
give
owe
me
you,
that
Candace.
money.
Huh?
Candace got the. She.
Oh,
owned it.
okay. All right. We're gonna send her money right now.
Yeah.
Let's send her money right now.
Let's send her some money.
Oh, nah, fuck that. We sending her money
Yeah,
right
let's send her
now.
some money right now. Cause these other followers is playing.
We
on the
sending her
chat
money right now.
They're playing around.
All
You
right.
missing the comments now. Come on,
Let's go to her. What's her cash app? Let's see.
Keep finding Candace.
All right, send me her cash app. We're gonna send that thing right now.
Nah, shout out her cash app.
Ring a
Everybody
ding,
else
ding,
should throw her a
ding,
dollar
ding,
too.
nigga.
If you watching right now, throw Candace a dollar.
Yo,
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
run up a bag for Candace real quick. All right, we're gonna throw.
All right,
we're
we
gonna
gonna
run up a
throw you
bag for
more
Candace
money for
real quick.
Candace. We gonna run up a bag for Candace.
Yeah.
All right, Candace.
Respect you,
We
showing
respect
love,
you
man,
for
to the
showing love.
entrepreneurs. You heard?
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Entrepreneurs.
here we go. Confirm, Candace. 25/100ths of a dollar.
I can't stand.
0.25 cent. It's like nah. All right,
I like it.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. With that being
Let's close
said,
this thing up.
we're gonna close this thing out. Listen, big shout out to Bucks for coming through the couch. We're gonna have him back. He got an event May 6th coming up.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday, IMU. Make sure you pull up for the Bro Bucks.
Trench coat laundry.
Big shout out to our writer slash #1 contributor slash co-host slash the professor.
Yeah, you killed the question.
We could not do this without him in more ways, shapes, and forms than one. Without him, there would be no DJ Focus podcast.
I love that.
So we love Professor. We rock with Professor. And I'll take a bullet in my bottom of my leg, not
Right.
the top.
Yeah, like above the ankle, below the knee.
Above the ankle, below the
Yeah,
knee.
that's right.
I'll take a bullet for him. All right?
Why we play
In
too
the
much?
foot. In the pinky toe.
Play too much.
And big shout out to, hopefully, if she loved her, my new extended family slash
right.
co-host slash
I know. Y'all think I should come
Coach
back
Lee.
next week? Y'all think
Come
I
back
should
next
come
week?
back.
Y'all think I should come back next week?
Yo, Coach Lee was amazing
Y'all-
tonight.
Y'all, let me know in the
And
comments
you
if
gotta-
y'all feel like.
Let her know in the comments
If
if you
y'all
want it
feel
back.
like we put some stanky sauce on the sofa.
Oh, we
by
put some
having me
stanky
here.
sauce on the sofa, and we put some reality on the sofa.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sauce is good.
Nice, informative,
Thank you.
loquacious. You know,
That sounds like
loquacious. Yes.
a ghetto name.
My friend.
No. That is
That's
actually a
what that means,
high
'cause I'm a high
level
school
word.
No,
dropout.
I'm saying it sounds like a ghetto
Eloquent.
I don't know what loquacious means.
Loquacious.
Like
Sound like some girl.
name. That's what I said. Some ghetto girl from the
Never,
hood.
never,
See,
never
focus,
read
focus
past the
them ghetto
undefined
girls.
word. If you don't know what loquacious means, Google it.
Jay-Z taught me facetious. I didn't know that.
All right.
Get it.
But
Shout out to
definitely worthy in
Thank
more
you.
ways than one.
Receive.
Big shout out to Coach Lee,
Receive.
Sweet Tweet Lee. And with that being said,
Boot camp comes out May 1st. Sign up.
we out. DJ Focus Podcast.
Ciao for now.